Hello, Internet, and welcome to another episode of the Queer Chronicles of the Strixhaven Quintet here on Game Nights. I am your host and your Dungeon Master, Van, and we are here with a little bit of a smaller crew, but still to play some goddamn Dungeons and Dragons. I'm excited. I hope you're excited. Welcome. We're glad you're here. Obviously, as you can see, we're missing some of our party members due to travel. Some farther than others. But
a little bit.
Yeah, there's some traveling and some moving and some cons and all kinds of stuff happening this weekend. So we're gonna do a little bit of a fun. We'll call it a bottle episode. It's more of a bottle episode. We're gonna be doing one of the adventures from Keys from the Golden Vault, which is one of the new supplements that just came out that has a bunch of heists in it. So I'm excited. Before we get started, let's talk about what's going on the channel this week. It's the regular shit. It's mostly the regular shit that's happening. Tuesdays are going to be sort of up in the air for the next couple of weeks because they're going to be missing a couple of players, so they're deciding what they're going to do. So I don't know, because this would be an Escape Velocity week. I don't know if they're planning on streaming or not. That's still in the works, but we will let you know. But other than that, we've got all of our regularly scheduled stuff. This week we have another stream tonight. Yes, we're streaming tonight? Okay.
As far as I know.
I realize I never confirmed with you. Yeah, we got another stream tonight, this evening, 5 p.m. Eastern Time, Saturday nights, Ward 47. Where Val runs a Parslings game. And then all of our regularly scheduled stuff throughout the week. We got Dragon Age, we got Good Society, and a bunch of other fun stuff. That's all I really have to say. I'm going to let my friends here. I was thrown off because you're all in a different order today. Because I had to move everyone around. So, but I'm going to let my my wonderful cohort here introduce themselves, tell you who they are, where you can find them on the internet, and who they are playing today, starting with Wally.
I'm first? Oh, wow.
Surprise!
Okay. Sup, y'all, it's me, Wall, your favorite non-binary slime best friend on the internet. You can find me at WALLE132, just like the cute little Disney robot, where I'm talking about what's on my brain and what gives me joy. You can find me here every Thursday through Monday playing games, playing some Dragon Age on Monday, some D&D Good Society on Thursdays, and some Dungeons & Dragons on Saturday. It's a good, fun time for the entire family, just like Denny's. And what, Olive Garden. Yeah, Olive Garden, because I supply the breadsticks. But you know who will eat all the breadsticks? The person I'm playing today, Damian, the human dragon monk.
This is what kind of day it's going to be, everyone. Next up is Rachel.
Hi, I'm Rachel. Hold on. Let's start over. Hi, I'm Rachel, or Rachel Elizabeth. You can find me there on Twitch, but I haven't been streaming there recently because I play D&D on the internet with my friends 3 times a week. I am on LB's channel on Sundays. I am on Nerd Immersion's YouTube channel on Thursdays. We're taking a little break. We'll be back, I think, in June. And on Saturdays, I am here. You found me. My streaming schedule is posted at Rachel Elizabeth with the middle 7S on Twitter, which I use occasionally. And today, I am playing Sereia, the Water Genasi Circle of Wildfire Druid.
Thank you, Rachel. And the only one left, it's Val.
Hello, everybody. I'm Val. You can find me at the Kraken's Crown, lurking around the internet. I am here Thursday through Mondays playing running games. Like Van talked about before, I run a game this afternoon as part of a double header on Saturdays. I'm running Ward 47. Yes, we're going to be down a player, but that will not stop us as the crew, the Metaphor, heads to Paris to stop the evil machinations of a world-devouring force. You should come join us for that. We're playing Parslings. I don't think I said that before. at 5 o'clock Eastern Time this afternoon. So come hang out with us there. I also run a game on Mondays called Red Jenny. We play the Dragon Age TTRPG. A couple of familiar faces on that stream as well. And they're about to con their way through a tournament in Minrathos to Vinter and to make 20,000 silver pieces. So we're going to see how that goes on Monday at 8 o'clock.
Don't forget about Blue Justin.
Oh, yeah. And also thwart the machinations of Blue Justin, who they have come up with. I don't know who Blue Justin is.
We didn't come up with the anti-us.
Yes, you did. That was your monkey paw wish. That was y'all's wish on the monkey's paw. I created them, but I'm not calling them Blue Justin. So come hang out with us on Monday for that too. I'm on a bunch of other streams in between. I think that's pretty much it. Today I'm going to be playing Law, who is Tiefling Art Wizard Wizificer. I
don't like either of those.
No, okay. Artificer Wizard, I'm playing around because I got permission from the DM to test out something today, and we'll see whether I decide to do this in the long run or in future sessions for Law, but multi-classed.
Trying it out.
Taking it for a test run.
The only other thing I have to say is there's new art on the overlay.
I did see that too.
That Val did for us, so enjoy. Should we get started?
Yes.
Okay. Let's do this. Yeah, that one's chill. Alright, so, where we last left off, the 5 of you had found a little bit of refuge within hither at the inn at the end of the road with its innkeeper, Sue. She gave you a nice dinner and some drinks, a little bit of information about your current quest. And then set you up in the rooms upstairs. So the next morning, you all awake in the warmth of your rooms at the inn at the end of the road. 3 of you do, anyway. Law, Sereia, and Damian. As you rub the sleep from your eyes, you realize Giselle and Willoughby are nowhere to be found. There is a note stuck to the inside of the room's wooden door with a dagger. That reads in Giselle's scrawling, I'm sure, handwriting. Had to run an errand. Willoughby is with me. Buddy system. Be back soon. G.
The dagger is kind of intense.
Yeah, I expected that to be a ransom note.
I feel like we're going to have that taken out of our deposit.
You didn't
Pulls
pay
the
for
dagger
these
out,
rooms.
checks to see how deep the cut is. Nah,
It's not too bad.
it should be fine.
It's all right. I'll patch that. Get out my wood carver's tools.
You just patch the whole Giselle
Just
left in the
spends
door.
the whole entire day there, then it turns into a whole woodworking
I have
project.
to stain
It just
it.
replaces the whole door.
Yeah, it's, you know what? It's not sitting right on the hinges. Hold on.
So like an hour later, you prepare for the day. You make your way downstairs to find that you are not you're no longer the only guests at the inn. There's a new person here, sitting at the bar with a drink in front of him, sort of speaking quietly with the innkeeper, Sue, is a lanky satyr. He has dark curly hair that's pulled into a small bun, kind of on the crown of his head. Golden eyes that alight on you with excitement. He wears a maroon tunic over which are slung various belts and bulging leather pouches. Rolled tubes of parchment jut from his packed haversack, and his pockets jingle and clink as he moves. Salutations, he says, as he hops off the bar stool with a clumsy salute. You must be the good adventurers. I'm Feifel Amberhoof, please. I've been looking all over for assistance, and Sue assures me that you are brave and good folk. Can you help me, please?
I think so. It depends on what you're asking for.
I have something for this. And he pulls he starts rifling through he has too many pockets. There's no way anyone should have this many pockets. Starts ruffling through the haversack, which you guys all recognize because you all have one of these. It's a little Havel's handy haversack. And he sticks his arm all the way down, is ruffling around, there's jingling, something falls over and breaks. Yeah, fix it later. And finally he pulls out a scroll tube, which is his haversack in one hand, a scroll in the other. He kind of like uncorks it with his teeth and does like this and shakes it and then dumps it out. Finally, a piece of parchment falls out onto the floor. He sets his stuff down, picks it up and unrolls it. This is from my employer. He sent a message. He thought it would be easier so I wouldn't forget any of the details. I, Eliphas Adulare, have sent my esteemed messenger, Feifel Amberhoof, that's me, Feifel Amberhoof, to lead you to the shores of Loch Winnis. The solstice is nearly upon us, and I fear evil forces are as well. My wife, his wife, not mine, Eliphas's wife, the Archmage, Zorana, has not been herself of late. I believe someone or something is controlling her through a magic diamond which she acquired many years ago on one of her adventures. Zorana had it fitted into a necklace which she wears on special occasions. A few days ago, she removed the necklace from our vault and she wore it to a dress fitting, and since then, she hasn't been herself at all. She's been uncharacteristically cruel to the household staff. When I confronted her, she dismissed me out of hand and clutched the necklace and uttered something dreadful in a language I'd never heard her speak before. All of her warmth is gone, and when I look into her eyes, I see a cold and spiteful woman staring back at me. I want you to steal the necklace, which Zorana now refuses to remove. I can't safely do it myself. Feifel, that's me, Feifel, will give you invitations to our Winter Solstice Gala at Palisade Hall. There will be other guests to distract Zorana while you figure out a way to remove the necklace. And once we're rid of the necklace, Feifel will deliver your reward. He rolls the whole parchment back up, puts it away.
All right. Your employer's name. Can you run that by me one more time?
His name is Eliphas.
Eliphas.
And the lady Zorana.
So, Lady Zorana has this diamond, and you think if we take it, it'll fix her?
I have no idea, but that's what Eliphas is hoping.
So, this dude wants us to go to a party to steal a necklace from his wife.
Yes.
Now, they're not in the middle of a nasty divorce, correct?
No, this
because
is
that
very,
would be
very strange behavior.
Because there
from
would
her.
be legal repercussions for, like, stealing assets when they're in the middle of splitting them.
No. Before all this, they were very happy.
Well, there's a party I'm in.
I guess we're having to wait for Giselle and Willoughby to get back anyway, so I might as well.
Giselle's gonna be so mad she missed the
She's
party.
gonna be so upset.
Oh, she's going to. We should take lots of pictures without her in them and post them to our
Was it Graham?
Strixtagram?
Strixtagram.
Was that what
We'll
we
tag her
decided
in
it
all
was
the
called?
pictures.
So you'll do it?
Oh,
Sure.
Yeah.
sure.
We have nothing better to do.
Thank goodness. Oh, you probably didn't have to say that part out loud.
I didn't, but I did.
I'll take it. Here. And he's just rifling through pockets again. Oh, and reaches into a tunic pocket and pulls out 3 envelopes that he hands to all of you. They're pale blue, and they're like cool to the touch. And they smell like a crisp winter morning. And inside are official invitations. They read, Zorana and Eliphas Adulare request that I'll post their names in the chat. so you know what I'm fucking saying. Request the pleasure of your company at Palisade Hall to celebrate the arrival of the winter solstice. Come to Loch Winnis no earlier than 3 days before the solstice and take the crossing there at sundown. The many splendors of Palisade Hall await you on the other side. A formal attire is expected but not required.
Good, because I don't think we got a lot of formal attire right now.
Yeah, we sort of got pulled into a magic mirror here, and I don't see that we're gonna have many places to shop.
That's okay. That's okay. Loch Winnis, the town where the loch is, has a tailor.
Oh, perfect.
Okay.
Do they do rush orders?
Oh, it's kind of their whole. Have you ever? You don't strike me as people who've been in the Feywild.
We're from out of town.
Right. So Loch Winnis, normally is pretty much a ghost town, figuratively, not literally. Most people don't.
Oh, damn! I
Don't
wanted
live
the
there.
town full of ghosts.
I mean, there could be ghosts, but the Lord and Lady Adelare, they throw this gala every year, and the crossing is in Loch Winnis. So around the winter solstice, the town sort of just blows up with visitors and merchants and stuff, hoping to, apply their wares to the lovely guests. And they have guests from the Feywild, they have guests from the material plane, from all places. And so there are all kinds of folks there sort of selling things and just joining in the revelry.
You sort of backtracking a little bit. I know we already said we'll do the thing and all that. Are we going to be compensated for? We have a rate. I have a chart here for our rates depending on jobs.
So, yes, like I said at the end of the letter, once you have dealt with the necklace problem, my Lord Adelare has picked some items from his collection that he thinks would be a suitable reward.
Oh.
He and the Lady Zerana were adventurers. Well, she was more of an adventurer than he was. He's more of a tinkerer, but he's a collector. So,
All right. Perfect. This just sounds like it'd be fun.
As long as we can get appropriate attire, I'm in.
yes.
As long as there'll be some good food there, I'm in.
Oh, the food is amazing.
Oh,
Have you ever been to a party in the Feywild?
No, this will be our
no,
first.
Yeah.
Palisade Hall is my Lord and Lady's sort of vacation home. They live on the material plane, strictly speaking, but they come to Palisade Hall once a year around the solstice when the lock opens, and they can invite people from all over. You're going to love it. You're going to love it.
Well, okay. Well, let's steal a diamond.
All right.
What could go wrong?
I like the attitude. Okay. Well, let's get going. We're actually not that far. It should only be a couple of miles.
We gotta walk?
Well, it's just to the travel spot, the border.
Oh. Okay.
It's not that far.
Sounds good. I could use a morning walk to clear my head. I don't know.
All right.
I'm just trying to make the best of it.
Let's get on the road then. Goodbye, Sue. It's good to see you again.
So can we take our breakfast to go?
She puts a big paper bag with 2 handles just on the counter. Just has a bunch of food in it.
Thank you.
Thank you, Sue.
Thank you, Sue.
I'll see you when you get back.
If our friends get back before us, let them know that we're definitely not at a party.
And we're
without them.
definitely not stealing anything.
But, will do.
And we follow
And you follow
our
so
new friend.
Fifel,
Which direction would you say we're going? Is Fifel going north? Is Fifel going east?
It's hard to say.
Is Fifel going south?
Do you know he's going on a big adventure?
Is he maybe going west?
It's hard.
Rifle going west?
It's
Is he-
hard to
is he going
say.
west?
It's kind of in a general westerly direction.
Fifel goes northwest.
Fifel goes northwest.
Fifel goes south by southwest.
So you walk a little ways. It's not far. It takes you maybe 30, 45 minutes to a small, well, not small, but a ring of these different like colored mushrooms. Feifel takes you to. And he walks into the center of it. You can see him do this sort of like fluid motion with his hands, and the ring that it's like a fairy ring starts to glow. And he says, "Come on, it's only open for a minute."
Okay.
We go through,
Jumps through.
Hop on in.
completely trusting.
You step in, and there is this sort of gentle, like reddish pink, like maroon glow, and it sort of it covers you in this warmth for a minute, and then there's a flash, and you are standing somewhere different entirely. You see in front of you it's a small village, but it is just bustling with people. It looks at they're hanging winter-themed decorations, and there are all manner of carts. The storefronts, you could see a couple of people who have stores in this actual town out, like, cleaning their windows and like getting ready to open for business. Feifel kind of points out a few people to you. He seems to know every single person by name, even if they don't seem to be from here. And they all greet him, and he's waving and talking, saying hello. And finally, he leads you down to one of the actual storefronts in the town that has a big sign over top that says Core's Clothes. They're both spelled with a K.
Oh, good. We didn't end up in Gehenna.
That sounds like it would have been a bad time. This is the dress shop, the tailor shop. I'll introduce you to Core. You'll like him a lot. And Feifel knocks a little bit on the door and then opens it and says, "Core, it's Feifel. Are you open for business?" And you hear this deep voice from the back. Just a minute. And then after a moment, from out of a curtain in the back comes this huge, like 7.5 foot tall bugbear, who is dressed in this wonderfully like tailored tunic and leather pants with like some embroidery up the sides, nice boots, sort of a hat tipped to the side a little bit, kind of over one of his ears. Feifel! They greet each other, and Feifel introduces you. This is Core. Welcome.
Nice to meet you, Core.
To my shop. Oh, well, what can I do for you? Clothes for the gala? Are you invited?
Yes.
Yes.
Excellent.
Yes.
Excellent.
Yes.
Tell me what you're looking for.
Kim Kardashian's dress from the Met Gala 2023.
Excellent. That one I can do.
Sorry.
We actually have 7 of those in the back. Yeah.
Just happened to be
Perfect.
off the rack, ready to go.
As Core is sort of bustling around, kind of getting things together, pulling out fabrics and stuff, you can see he's doing a lot of like just small bits of magic, like bolts of fabric kind of like flowing behind him as he directs. There's a couple of sewing machines that are just going by themselves, and Feifel kind of stands there and explains this. Core actually wasn't always a tailor. Back in the day, he was like a kind of a big deal in the gladiatorial ring. But after he retired, he had this. Well, he doesn't mind if people talk about it, but there's a difficulty finding clothes when you're that big and bugbear-sized. So he just started his own shop.
It's really good that people out there are making clothes for all these various body types. Because, I hear it's pretty hard, when you're really tall, but you're not that big. And you really can't go into a store and just buy things you see on the rack. It's kind of, frustrating feeling that you have to reach out to somewhere far distance online to buy clothes.
Yeah. So he started his own
sizing
shop.
is important.
Yeah, now he's pretty famous around these parts for great outfits. All body types. He's legit.
Well, judging by what he's wearing, seems very talented. Is
Oh,
that
yeah, he's
embroidery
got it.
hand-stitched?
Yeah, he does it all himself.
It's incredible.
That is fantastic.
Very detailed.
All right.
Elegant stitching.
Tell me what you want to wear to the party. Core will make
Future
it for you.
future Thursday season. I like it stitching. I would like Lewis Hamilton's suit from the Met Gala 2019.
That one I don't have as much of a point of reference for, but I'm pretty sure I can make it happen.
It's alright, I had to do a Google for this too.
Which one is that?
I'll post a picture in the chat. It is a sort of a stripy suit with like a little cravat. There we go.
Oh, the one that looks like TV static.
Yeah.
Yes.
Just got like the zigzag
Oh.
silver patterns.
Yeah,
down it.
yeah. That I can do. That I can do. No worries. No
Yeah.
worries.
I would like Kristen Stewart's outfit from the 2023 Met Gala.
That one I do know. Yes. All right. Give me 20 minutes.
Okay.
All right. And he goes into the back. Comes back out 20 minutes later. With
Does
3...
the shop sell exclusively Met Gala knockoffs?
Yes.
No. Not exclusively.
That's what they specialize in.
I think Court tells you there is nothing wrong in our postmodern society with pulling inspiration from other artists, as long as you're giving them proper credit and not stealing from them. Here you go. And he sort of da-da-da-da-da, moves his hands like this, and 3 outfits are hovering in front of you.
Damian walks up and takes the outfit.
Sereia walks like all the way around it. The craftsmanship is extraordinary.
Thank you, milady.
This is some nice fabric. What did you make this out of? It breathes very well.
The inner layers actually, usually we would use cotton, but we've started transitioning into micromodal.
Oh. I like it. It has a nice feel to it. Damian
Softer
will
than
take
cotton, breathes better. It's a little more expensive, but I think it's worth it.
Damian will take his outfit and head to the changing area to try it on.
Alright, try on your outfits.
Comes back out, looks himself in the mirror, does a few flips, does a nice few kicks. Oh man, this is great. I feel so free and movable in this.
I feel the opposite, but I look hot.
It's all about your priorities. Alright.
Today the priority is hot.
The FIFO comes up to the 3 of you. You all look awesome, amazing, stunning, beautiful. This, unfortunately, is where I have to take my leave. By my good lord's orders, I shall remain at the tavern here, the Auberge Aurora, and await your return. He's trying to keep as many of us out of danger as possible. And unfortunately, the 3 of you are going to have to walk straight into it. I'm sure you'll be fine.
I think we're kind of used to walking headlong into danger, so this is nothing new for us.
Are there any like dangers that we should be especially aware of for this whole thing?
I mean, it's really the Lady Zorana. She is technically an archmage, so...
Oh.
I said that before.
I think we just breezed right through that one.
Yeah, you know, I do that a lot.
That felt like it should have been sort of like
I
more
think,
highlighted.
I think it was in the letter.
No, it's in. I'm sure it was.
I think I said, my wife, the Archmage Zorana.
I feel like it should be read as my wife, the Archmage Zorana. Would have gotten
It
our
just kind of
attention.
makes her sound evil. And she's
Well,
not.
I mean, to be fair,
She
we
might
said
be.
that the diamond is evil and she's wearing it, so like gray area on whether or not she's currently being controlled by something evil
We
might
think it's
also
the
make her
diamond.
in turn evil.
I don't know what else it would be. I
Well, we'll
mean,
go rip it off her neck.
that thing's pretty crazy, so...
All right, let's go steal a rich lady's jewelry.
And no one put it on.
Yeah,
We learned that lesson last time with the orb.
Yes.
Oh, well, when you get back, I want to hear the story about the orb, please.
Well,
It'll take a
meet
while.
You at the tavern.
I think it took us about like 30 hours the last time. Probably
that's
more
okay.
than that.
Well, all right. I bid you farewell, and I will see you when you get back. And he gives another salute. Kind of half skips down the street towards the tavern.
Okay, so I guess we should think up some kind of plan for this.
Bifo comes
Yeah.
skipping back down the street. I forgot one thing.
Oh, you're back.
He rifles through a pocket again and pulls out a little hand-drawn map
Oh, perfect. I was like, oh wait, I have no context for what this place looks like.
of the hall, which I will post for you guys.
Oh.
In which chat I can also show you.
Wow, this is very well drawn, Feifel.
Yeah, I
Rifle, you're a fantastic artist.
worked on it for like the last couple of days while I was, searching around for some adventurers to help us out. There you go, chat. So there's the ground floor. Right here, you got your ballroom. You guys will actually enter in the courtyard. It'll make more sense when you go through the door. There is a basement. Not a whole lot down there. It's mostly just like storage and the servants' quarters and stuff. And then on the upper floor, there's a balcony. This sort of overlooks the ballroom there. And then you got your bedrooms and stuff. My lord, Eliphas has actually been staying in the guest bedroom for the last week or so. Just, because of the whole my wife is acting like a different person problem.
Well, fair.
So yeah, that's,
You need a safe space.
that's
and-
kind of what you're looking at. You can keep that.
Thank you.
Take the map, roll it up. Pocket.
Now I am going to leave you.
Bye, Feifel.
Bye. Have a good time at the party.
Okay, we should still make a plan of how we're gonna do this.
Well, I think our first priority is we need to identify the archmage and get an idea of what security looks like.
Yeah, I like that. Little recon while we're enjoying part of the party.
So maybe we do a bit of surveillance, give ourselves like 30 minutes, 45 minutes to like surveil around, get the lay of the land.
See if there are any spots that are off limits.
Mm-hmm. And then maybe get an idea if there's any sort of like schedule for the evening, any like events that are going to be going on. And then we reconvene and come up with like a more solid plan for how to steal it.
Right. Case the joint first.
Oh, look, we made a plan. That's enough. That's enough of a plan.
It's a start.
I have-
It's a start. Of a
It's
plan.
not our forte.
I think I have something that can help too with this. And will ruffle around the bag in their bag and pull out a little object and click a button on top of it, and it sort of unfolds into like some wings, and little kind of head like screws up and then clicks on, a little like robotic bird, and says, a gadget, you awake? And just like bird hops up. Says if somebody holds on to this, I can sort of like communicate through and see what you're doing.
Oh, that's pretty cool. What is it? Is it another invention?
Sorta, kinda half familiar, half invention.
Does this mean Dutch has a sibling?
Oh yes, this is Dutch's sibling, younger sister, Gadget.
This is the best day ever.
Yeah, Dutch, you're. Oh, I need to clean you up.
Are you taking Dutch with you?
It's sort of half my class.
Okay, I just need to know.
It's sort of half my class.
Hold on a second. He runs over. Hey, can we get maybe a top hat, like a really big
Or a
top
bow
hat?
tie.
Oh, yeah, a bow tie, maybe a monocle or something, and a cloak.
Sure, yeah. There's a cabinet of accessories over there. Take your pick.
So Damian runs over to the cabinet accessories, grabs a top hat, a large cloak, and runs over to Dutch, wraps the cloak around Dutch's body, and puts the top hat on top of Dutch's head, and then pulls out like a mustache, and just sets it on Dutch's face, so it looks like Dutch is this very large gentleman.
Rolling gentleman.
Yeah, because Dutch
William
can
Howard
walk.
Taft.
Yeah, I'm thinking like Dutch will be like fully. Hold on, I have an idea for this. Dutch can extend legs and walk like bipedally. So just a very rotund gentleman in a suit with a monocle,
Like the Monopoly Man.
like the Monopoly Man.
Okay, excellent.
If
Okay.
Humpty Dumpty and the Monopoly Man were a metal
Yes.
round frog-like creature.
Steampunk Humpty Dumpty.
Steampunk Humpty Dumpty. Yes,
Yes.
we've done it.
Okay. So you're all ready
Heading
to go.
towards the hall.
Yeah, so you don't see any kind of manor house or mansion or anything in this town, but what you do see just as sundown is coming, so when the last sliver of sun dips below the horizon, a silver glow starts to emanate from deep within the water of the loch. And distant music and laughter drift through the air. Materializing out of thin air at the end of the dock are two white wolves, as big as horses. They're massive. Snow white fur, cold blue, like glacial eyes. They walk slowly down the dock towards sort of the gathering folks. And one of them says out loud in common, "Honored guests, the lady and lord of Palisade Hall eagerly await your presence. Once your invitation has been validated, please walk to the end of the dock and jump right in." And you see people start to line up on the dock with invitations in hand.
We join the queue, I guess.
Okay. Yeah, you join the line, and you can see the one wolf on either side, sort of looking at people's invitations, and every time they do, there's just a little like blue flare from their eyes as they're doing something to make sure the invitations are indeed real. And people, couples and groups of people, they get their invitations validated and they step off the end of the dock into the water. There's no splash, there's no sort of like rippling effect or anything. They just sort of fall down beneath the surface of the water into that like silvery glow that's in the center and disappear. Everyone is acting like this is completely normal.
Damian jumps in.
All right.
I knew that he was going to do that.
The wolves validate the rest of your invitations. Damian does a big flip
Yeah, does a flip. Does a cool flip.
into the water. Damian and the rest of you, as you step off and into it, you don't feel wet. You don't feel cold. You just feel almost as if everything sort of slows down for a minute. Almost. Oh, you guys have all experienced slow fall now. It almost feels like that. And then all of a sudden, everything sort of rights itself in front of you. And you find yourselves standing in a fountain. The water is illusory, so again, it's not cold, it's not wet. On a cobblestone patio. Colorful globes of light bob in the air, dancing in time with stars that blink on the twilight horizon. The patio leads to a grand two-story palace, its walls as white as fresh fallen snow. The dark roof shimmers with the colors of the aurora borealis. Crystal snowflakes decorate the windows, and music wafts through the palace's open doorway. 4 more of these wintered wolves stand between you and the palace hall. And as you step out of the fountain, for the next people to appear behind you, the wolves sort of greet everyone and welcome you to Palisette Hall and the Adelare's annual winter gala. And you're here. I need one thing. Can somebody just roll me a d4, please?
Just so it's stated, I'm sending Gadget with Damian, knowing that Damian's probably the one that's going to end up running off on his own.
Okay. So Gadget is with Damian. Alright, somebody roll me a d4.
I was digging for one. I've got it. All right. 2.
Okay. Thank you.
I'm sorry for whatever that brings upon us.
So yeah, you are all outside. You step out of this fountain again, not cold, not wet, just not a hair out of place. And you stand on this sort of cobblestone patio in front of the open doors of Palisette Hall. What would you like to do?
Well, take it we go inside and mingle. Is there already like music playing? Like
Yeah. The large doors are open. You can hear from inside sort of music and laughter, and like the party's already begun.
all right,
I guess we joined the party.
suppose so.
I'm going to investigate the buffet area.
Okay. So you pull up a little map here, and you guys can reference that map that Fifel gave you as much as you please. So after the 4 wolves that are there, sort of check your invitations one more time, just for safety. But they're all legit. They're from the Lord of the House himself. So from the courtyard area, you make your way through the front doors into the foyer. The front doors of the palace are made from stained glass with silvery fractal patterns throughout. There are garlands of frost that wind around 2 spiral alabaster staircases, one on either side of the grand foyer. Flakes of magical snow fall from an icicle-covered ceiling, and they disappear just as they touch the floor. And you see several guests. How many people are in here? There's 6 sort of noble-looking folk milling around in the foyer, sort of greeting each other, like, you know, they haven't seen each other since last year, and it's just sort of loitering and talking. And then around the perimeter of the room, there's 3 on one side, 3 on the other. There are these 6 like ice sculptures that are all manner of different animals and creatures.
I'm going to assume that every single one of these sculptures can come to life at any given time.
Oh, definitely.
That's terrifying to think of.
All right. So we need to get eyes on the Archmage.
Yes. The evil necklace.
Damien, you're going to scout out the food table.
Yep,
Yeah.
I'm going to scout out the food table and keep an eye out for anything else.
Sereia, should you and I go scout somewhere else?
Yes. Where? Let's just make our way to where the most people are and see if we see the lady and lord of the house. I'm not really good with this kind of stuff. I don't know what I'm doing.
I'm not really. I can pretend.
I'm
Pretty
good
well.
at being at parties. I'm not good at doing other things while at parties.
Yeah, the socializing part. I sort of zone out when people tell me their names, and then I completely forget.
I'm okay with that part of it. as long as I know that I'm supposed to be, like acting as a person who's supposed to care about those things. But now that we're doing something, I don't know if I can multitask like that.
All right. I will focus on trying to remember things.
You focus on scouting, I'll focus on talking to people.
Okay.
Okay. Damian will focus on food.
Well, I'm going to focus on food. Well,
scouting around the food.
Yeah, I'm going to scout around the food, look for in and outs of the room and stuff, but I'm also going to be looking at the food.
Okay. So you're going to the banquet hall?
Yeah.
We'll make our way through the parlor and into the ballroom.
Got it.
Okay.
And then we'll meet in the ballroom.
Damian Gadget should be able to lead you back to me if you need to find us.
Are you sure? Maybe you should, because, you do get lost easily.
I'm with Sereia.
Oh, okay.
We won't get lost.
Sereia, like...
Okay.
The two known to wander off.
Oh, at least they're wandering off together. So, from the foyer, Damian, you take Gadget with you and head off to the left-hand side toward where Feifel has indicated the banquet hall is. Sereia and Law, you split off the other way and head toward the parlor. You can see on Feifel's little map that they both have doors on both sides, so you could go straight through to the ballroom. We'll start with... Let's see. There's the parlor. Let's start with Damian. So Damian, you head over into the banquet hall, and you can smell the food from the foyer. There's clearly going to be a lot of it in here, but you make your way in, Gadget perched on your shoulder, I assume. There are two long mahogany banquet tables in this room. They are just piled with food. Sugar plums and gingerbread and glazed meat and all manner of food. And you see sort of in the middle, kind of in between the two tables, hovering together and sort of greeting guests and encouraging them to try the food, you see two sprites. So they're just floating along on their little fairy wings, greeting people, encouraging people, try this, try that, helping people decide if they want to eat.
Damian beelines to the table, and he'll pick up one of the glazed meats, even if it's way too big, and just chowing down on it, big old piece of meat, just I'm just chewing away on it.
The sprites sort of flutter over. One of them with a cloth napkin just kind of drapes it over your arm. Enjoy the meal.
Oh, thank you very much. So what can you tell me about this place? This is my first time being here. Well, at a big fancy party like this.
Oh, it's your first time? Oh, Val, it's their first time. Oh, Sissy, that's so exciting. Welcome, welcome to Palisade Hall. I am Sissy, and this is Val, and we are sort of head of the serving staff. I didn't write the names, they're just in the book. They're just in the book.
Okay.
Well, welcome to Palisade Hall. We're always happy to have new visitors. This is the annual winter gala. The Lord and Lady Adelare throw it once a year when they tire of the material plane and want, something a bit more exciting, a bit of fun.
Oh, so it's like a nice little vacation home. That's pretty cool. I've been to the Feywild before, but it was more in the wilderness area. This is my first time in a big old city like this.
I hope you enjoy your time.
I'm gonna try my best. This food is delicious.
Oh, good. Our head chef works extremely, extremely hard, as do the kitchen staff.
Well, just give my compliments to the chef.
I will.
Shoes on the beats.
Not that she'll be kind about them, but you didn't hear that from me.
Hey, look, I'm no snitch.
Anisetta is just, well, and the other one pipes up. She's a bit stern. But a culinary genius.
Oh, they say, people when they're dedicated to their craft, they're very passionate about it.
Yes, indeed. Well, Sissy, we should probably get back in case the Lady Zorana makes her way in. Oh, yes. Yes.
But do you know if there's like a certain agenda or schedule for this thing, or it's just party time all time?
Oh, no. Typically, just eat and drink and make merry, and the dancing should begin any second now if it hasn't already. But no agenda.
Well, I'm gonna keep an eye out for the lady of the house. I heard she's pretty darn cool.
Damian, make an insight check.
That is a 17.
As soon as you mention the lady of the house, you can see they try to hide it, but there is just sort of this like stiffening of two people who have suddenly become very uneasy, and the smiles kind of dip for a second, and then they both nod. Yes. Lady Zorana is a very talented and powerful archmage and fashion icon, and just a general collector of neat things. If you have time to check out the gallery, highly recommend it. I think you can tell they're kind of trying to change the subject.
Oh, I'll check it out. It does sound pretty interesting. Well, I'll let you, get back to what you're doing. I'm gonna, walk around with my food. Grabs another big old piece of meat.
Have a good time, and help yourself throughout the night. And if you need anything, we'll be flitting around.
Great.
Come back.
Thank you. Holds 2 pieces of meat in both hands.
And they very quickly flit away as you double fist turkey legs.
Yep. Okay, Gadget. Time for us to go on a scouting mission. Scarfs down the food, and he will start sneakily heading over. He will walk over to the gallery, but keeping an eye out for anything else that could be of importance in relating to the Archmage.
Okay. So you leave the banquet hall.
Yeah.
And you head over sort of across the foyer, past the parlor to where the art gallery is. Let's go into the parlor.
Are they solving a mystery in here?
No. They should be. That would be fun.
It was the candlestick. Just the candlestick on its own.
That guy's wearing green. He did it.
You.
There's a lady in red. It's her.
You head into the parlor. Gray chaise lounges and sapphire-colored couches are arranged about the parlor, which is occupied by a handful. There's about 7 people in here, sort of lounging and relaxing, having a drink, having a glass of wine. There's a tall pine tree bedecked in tinsel and gilded baubles, standing very majestically tall in one corner. But you do see on one of the chaise lounges, there is someone lounging who is sort of surrounded by several other guests. An elven woman, very tall, lithe, sort of like grayish, like purple, almost like a lavender skin. Long white hair that has been sort of tied up in many like braids into sort of this very fancy sort of like updo, and in this this long like a deep like crimson gown that sort of flares out at the waist, just looking around sort of lazily at all the people that are surrounding her, just kind of sipping wine as they fawn over her and try to get her attention.
Does she have on a diamond necklace?
Boy, does she. She has on this gorgeous platinum necklace with a massive, like palm-sized teardrop diamond
hanging from it.
Do you think that's her?
I don't see any other head-sized diamonds, so that's my guess.
All right. Should we have like a cover identity or something?
I mean, I think being with the Witchlight Monarch is probably enough.
Okay, fair. Yes, I forget that I'm royalty.
It matters.
So Sereia will take Law's arm and say, "Let's go make an introduction."
Okay, I'll let you do the talking.
And we will head over to the lounge that she's laying on. But Sereia kind of like strategically waits until like maybe the people that are like fawning over her kind of like part a little bit so we can like make our way up and like she can see us coming, like kind of like a grand like, see us walking up.
Okay.
Can
like,
I do
chin
something?
up and regal.
Sure, of course you can do something.
Hold on, checking. Do I have this? I think I have this prepared. Yes. I'd like to I just like pull out a device, pulls out a little device from their pocket, hits a button on it, it says like, "Hey, spell book."
You hear a little ding. Yes, Law.
Bring up WikiHow article on how to act like royalty.
Searching. Royalty. Searching. Royal behavior.
I'd like to cast Borrowed Knowledge to give myself proficiency in a skill that I don't have.
Okay.
I was thinking performance would probably be the most accurate. I don't know if like persuade, like what kind of skill check I might be making to act like a royal. I was thinking performance, but
Yeah, performance works.
okay. I cast that spell to give myself proficiency on
Casting.
performance check.
Borrowed knowledge.
Thank you, spellbook. Did. And just like trying to look very aloof and regal.
Okay. Yeah, both of you just go ahead and make me a performance check.
All right, so I get to add an extra +4 to this. It's a 21.
Okay.
24.
Okay. Okay. You wait for your moment while you cast your spell, borrowing some knowledge of etiquette and general royal performance, as all royals are performing when they are in court. And the two of you, arm in arm, to make your way as you have an opening over toward the elven woman sitting relaxing on the lounge. She clocks you because you're obviously sort of making a little bit of a scene here. Just sort of nods in your direction. Again, just looking down her nose at everyone, is just sort of looking extremely bored. Just takes a sip of her wine as you approach.
What was her name again?
Zorana.
You want to call her Zarya?
Zorana
Zorana.
Adelare.
And her title is Lady?
Technically, it's Archmage.
Archmage? Okay.
But
I
Lady,
just can't remember what the
Lady
invitation
will also
said.
work. They've been referring to them as the Lord and Lady
Lord and Lady.
Adelare.
Sereia will walk up and curtsy deeply. A pleasure to make your acquaintance, Lady Adelare. I am Lady Sereia Vale of Dalthuntal, and this is La Justicia, the monarch of the Witchlight Carnival.
They're still doing that, are they?
They are,
How quaint.
isn't it?
Well, welcome to our winter home. May all of the wonders of Palisade Hall be at your disposal.
Thank you for having us. This is a beautiful home, and but it is absolutely shadowed by your dress and the exquisite craftsmanship. May I ask where you got it from?
It was a gift from a friend.
I'm out. I got nothing. Ryan looks at La like, please help.
It's
Oh,
like
no. I didn't expect her to bail this fast.
it's like the one character
so
who would be owning this right now is not here.
I know.
That's exactly why I did this one. I did this one because you're missing your dexterity and your charisma characters.
Yeah.
This was purposeful.
I can tell.
She just kind of looks at you as you fall silent, kind of looks you up and down, looks to Law.
My understanding that you hold the title of Archmage. As a fellow practitioner of the arcane arts, I can tell that you are very competent given the bearing that you hold.
Am I
Might
supposed to
I
thank you
ask-
for noticing my competency?
Might I ask where you studied?
I'm a student of the world. I'm
Ah.
not, as one would say, formally trained.
How rustic of you.
I tire of conversation.
As do I.
She kind of looks you up and down. There's this little look of like, do we understand each other? Law, can you roll me a d4, please?
Okay. I'm really just copying my behavior off of her at this point.
How to say you're neurodivergent without saying it.
Yeah. Code switching. It's a 3.
Okay.
I'm nervous about these rolls.
She
So nervous.
stands fluidly, gracefully, almost as if she floats to her feet, sort of finishes the glass of wine, sets it down on one of the tables for the servants to pick up, and says, well, truly a pleasure to meet both of you, Lady Vale, practitioner Justicia. Perhaps
Yes.
our paths will cross again. I find myself hungry. And she gives just the slightest of nods to both
I give
of
an
you,
even slighter nod.
and walks past you and out of the parlor.
Oh, jeez, that was really hard.
I need a drink.
I do too.
Can I get both of you to make me perception checks, please?
Too sure?
That's-
Shit.
Oh, hey, 23.
15.
Okay.
16 minus 1.
Go team.
Law, as she walks past you, she is almost close enough to sort of brush your arm a little bit, but there is just this sort of chill that follows her out of the room, and not in the sense that she was very chilly to you just now, sort of like a literal winter breeze that kind of follows her out of the room. You're ruffling her dress a little bit. Sereia, the wine glass that she sat down, sort of where she was holding it along the stem, there are these very slowly melting like ice crystals along the glass.
Sereia will point at the glass, like, slightly. There's like a bunch of people around. She doesn't want to be like, hey, do you see
Hey,
that?
that's weird.
Could I subtly reach into my pocket, activate my wand of magic detection to cast detect magic?
Sure. Yeah.
Like to get a read on her and specifically maybe get some information about the...
Yeah, you try to do this before she leaves the room.
Yes.
Okay.
Like kind of as soon as her back is turned to us and we get that chill.
Okay. Oh, that's
So-
how you spell that at all.
Concentration up to 10 minutes. My proficiency lasts for the next hour. It's not concentration though.
Okay.
You sense magic in this way. Action to see a faint aura around creatures or object that bears magic. Learn the school of magic, if any.
Okay. There is a as soon as you cast the spell, as she is sort of making her way out of because it's what, like 30-foot
Yes, 30 foot.
radius. Okay, so you can basically get this whole room. Yeah, there's a little touches of magic on different people. You see people with like an ornamental dagger of some kind, or like, you know, armor pieces, or little bits of like illusion and things like that. But this woman, the magic is exploding out of her. It is almost this like blinding like white light. You like can't even see for a moment. It is, I don't know that you have ever encountered an illusion that is this just massive and intense.
So it's illusion magic. Okay. Does it coming? So it is coming from the from her or from the necklace?
Both. It is just covering her essentially. All of her is just like sort of radiating this illusion magic, and the necklace in particular, I think you're even getting like these little flashes of magic that don't even like register as a school that you recognize.
Okay. So maybe getting the sense that she is under the effect of some sort of illusion right now, like what we're seeing might not be completely real.
Potentially.
Okay. I think there might be some sort of illusion on her. It's a very powerful illusion spell that seems to be coming from her.
You're sure that wasn't just the attitude?
No, I had to check, but yes, it is definitely actually magic.
Okay.
I don't understand how people act like that all the time. It's
exhausting.
It is very exhausting. Just act that disinterested in everything.
Imagine growing up having to go to things like this all the time.
No, yeah, we did some back home. It was nothing like this. It was more like political kind of stuffy and less like royal kind of stuff. I don't know how you do this.
No.
Ugh.
I think I've been avoiding it.
Yeah. Should we go check out the ballroom?
Sure.
I don't really want to follow her. That would be kind of creepy.
Yeah, we have to naturally run into her if we do it again. But I definitely need a drink.
I agree. Are there like waiters going around with like trays of champagne or something?
Yeah, lots of champagne, it's lots of white wines, lots of things that you would traditionally be cold on the trays, because there is just sort of this natural kind of like chill to the which is nice when you have this many people in one place. In the banquet hall, Damian would have seen they also have like ciders and mead and all manner of things. So
I'll if that's what Sereia wants, we'll grab a couple of drinks and hand one over to her.
Grab a champagne.
Okay. It's a very nice champagne.
Icy flute.
This one's actually from Champagne.
Oh, it's not just a sparkling wine.
Champagne region of Ravnica.
Yes.
Okay, so you grab a couple of drinks and you wind your way through the parlor into the ballroom.
I will. We can reconvene a little bit. I can cast a message to Damian and kind of relay stuff if we want to talk without actually having to meet back up. Damian, come in, Damian.
Puts one turkey leg down. This is Damian. Come in. Over.
We've made contact with the target.
Is she cool? Over.
Literally, in the very literal sense, yes, very cold. But would not recommend talking with her unless you have like a game plan there.
I don't have any game plan, so I won't talk to her. I think I might be able to get some help from the staff though, because it looks like they have some concern over her too.
Okay.
I'm gonna try talking to some of the attendees around here and see if I can get some information and see if they can assist us.
I confirmed that there's some kind of illusion magic on her, so just be careful about that.
Got it. Over.
Over.
Okay. Damian, you had made your way out of the banquet hall and find yourself in an art gallery. It's next to the parlor. There are a few people sort of milling about. Only a couple sort of people that come in, ooh and ah over the paintings and then leave. So for the most part, you're in here by yourself. There are sort of vibrant paintings and tapestries covering the walls that depict the different seasons. And then there are all these displays of statuettes and different art objects, crystal vases, all kinds of things.
Damien's already under the impression that every one of these statues could probably come to life at any given moment.
It's a fair assumption.
He will look around the room to see if there's any kind of hint or key into what she was like before all of this happened to her.
Okay. Make me a perception check.
Ooh, that's a 9.
Hard to say. A lot of this stuff is very valuable, especially to collectors. But it is just sort of it is very much that. It is a collection. From what you can tell, none of it really seems personal.
Mm-hmm. He will double back around, head out of the gallery, and look for the 2 pixies that he was talking to earlier.
Okay. Yeah, you find them again. They're still in the banquet hall, just kind of overseeing, making sure people have everything they need, making sure that the food is getting replenished from the kitchens. And this time, as you walk in, you do see mingling with a couple of people again, looking very sort of bored and cold and looking down her nose at everybody, but is mingling and talking to folk is this same elven woman. She stands out in a room.
So what Damian does is, so it doesn't look like he's just randomly talking to these 2 attendants, he will take the turkey leg that he's eating and gobble it down really messily, so it's on his, he has crumbs and stuff on his face, and he heads over to the attendants. I was wondering, can you guys, give me another napkin, because, I made kind of a bit of mess of all this good food.
You're back. Oh, of course, my lord. And Sissy sort of flies off into a little alcove, sort of starts pulling out some more cloth napkins and stuff.
When they come back, Damian will kind of speak in a hushed tone, so it's not too loud or anything. I understand that the lady of the house is different from what they were in the past.
What makes you say that, my lord?
David's sits there for a second, no one's called him a lord before. Oh, right. I heard that, after a certain item came into her possession, that, she changed, she became very less friendly and everything. And I just want to let you know that we want to help. And I'm using my Fey Lost background feature. Your mannerism knowledge is a Fey custom and recognized by natives of the Feywild who see you as one of their own. Because of this, friendly Fey creatures are inclined to come to your aid or loss if you need help in the Feywild.
Okay, interesting. So, I was going to have you make a persuasion check with disadvantage because of things. But that probably cancels that out pretty good. Just make me a persuasion check.
Whew, that is a 19.
Okay. You see, as you're talking to Sissy, at the whole time, every time you mention Zorana, her eyes are sort of like flicking over to where she can see her, where Zorana is like very clearly in her line of sight, and this is clearly making her like very uneasy. But she, sort of takes in what you're saying and like recognizing like you've even told them like you've been to the Feywild before and you seem very confident and familiar with how things work. She takes one of the napkins and sort of starts to kind of fold it over itself this very fancy way as if she's going to present it to you. So she leans in and says, "She put the necklace on a couple of weeks ago for a dress fitting, and she hasn't been the same since. Even the Lord Adelare, he's staying in the guest room to be away from her, we all assume. Oren, the head of staff, he doesn't like it when we gossip. We're all very concerned. There's something in the basement."
Basement?
"It's a bit of a chore to get down there. Anisetta won't let you through. I know there's another way in through the gallery, but I've never been able to find it.
Okay.
The Lord Adelare is upstairs right now. He said he wasn't feeling well. He might be able to help as well."
We'll do what we can to fix everything. Don't worry.
"Thank you."
We'll dab his face. We'll have clean stuff. Thank you very much for the napkin.
You're very welcome, my lord.
And he will give them like a nod and excuse himself away from them. Tap, tap, gadget. He doesn't know if he can communicate with Flop through gadget back to them.
Gadget can communicate with me telepathically, so if you say anything to Gadget,
Okay.
then I'll hear it, then I can open up a line of message.
It's Damian. Over.
Message. Damian, I'm reading you. Over.
I'm just picturing this is like some Metal Gear Solid Codex screen right now. Okay, so I got some information. There's something in the basement that might help us out in this situation. But there's a secret passageway in the gallery, but the attendees don't know where it's at.
All right.
There's the head of staff. They're kind of, a crumb bum, but we may have to keep a lookout for them. The Lord is upstairs in their room still. He may help us out too.
I mean, he's the one that hired us, so wouldn't be a bad idea to check in.
Right. Also, if we're gonna go into the basement, we should go together because they're saying it's kind of a big, chore to get there.
Okay. Sereia relays that information.
So it's not going to be as simple as just ripping the necklace off, huh?
I don't think so. That would make kind of a scene. Maybe something in the basement might give us a clue of what's going on and how to take this from her.
So do we go up first or down first?
Well,
Or do we look for the secret passage?
We can look for the secret passage in the gallery.
Is Damian in a gallery?
Is that where is that?
No, it was in the...
I'm the banquet.
Okay. If we go upstairs and we talk to the Lord, then maybe get some information, but also I don't know if he wants to necessarily be involved in this, considering he sent a emissary to recruit us.
Hold on. She's gonna pull out a coin. All right. Heads we go up, tails we go down.
All right.
I love this energy.
Oh god, it fell.
Neither. We stay exactly
Stay
where we
here.
are. It landed on its side.
We go up.
All right. Damian, we're going to go up and talk to the Lord. Do you want to come with us or keep eyes down here?
I'll be up there soon.
All right.
Just
Meet us in the balcony.
got it. The balcony. Okay. Over.
Over.
Okay.
And we will head over to where the balcony area is at, kind of like skirting around the room so the Archmage doesn't see him.
Okay. Yeah, she's not really paying you any mind currently. So yeah, Damian, you skirt around the banquet hall, taking some more food with you, I imagine.
Yep.
And you make your way out into the foyer. Both of those big spiral staircases go up to the upper floor in the balcony. So yeah, you skirt around, you go up the stairs, and you head out onto the balcony. It overlooks most of the ballroom where there is music and dancing. And there's no band or anything. The music just sort of flows throughout the space, and you can actually hear it through most of the hall. Yeah,
As we're heading up, Law is just like, what a quaint country home, only 2 stories.
Hang on, that crown did something to you.
The upper floor map.
I'm
There
trying
we
to
go.
stay in character.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought this was just you now.
No. No.
So yeah, you all head up to the second floor.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, you're allowed to go up there. Nobody stops you. There are, let's see.
How are the balustrades up here?
Oh, let me get to them.
Are they alabaster?
This balcony.
Abalone?
You guys tell we've talked about this, which overlooks the ballroom.
That's the only thing we knew about this game going in.
Is enclosed
That's it.
by an alabaster balustrade that has gold leaf reindeer for balusters. Gee, I need you guys to know how many times I had to practice saying that sentence.
That is the new like cellar door, as like the most pleasing
alabaster
phrase.
balustrade. But yes,
Alabaster
this balcony, which
balustrade.
overlooks the ballroom, is enclosed by an alabaster balustrade that has gold leaf reindeer for balusters. There are a few people milling about up here. Wow, I keep rolling 6s for some reason. There are 6 people up here just sort of milling about. And the balcony is about, it would be like a 20-foot drop to the ballroom floor. So yeah, you all meet back up on the balcony.
These are some great balustrades, guys. I've seen a lot
Very
of
good balustrades.
Oh, Damian, lovely to see you.
Oh,
Balustrade for chat is one of those fancy railings that goes around a balcony. It has the flat top and it's got the decorative pieces vertically. We've been talking about balustrades for like 2 days.
All right. We heard that the Lord is retired to his room, not feeling well.
yeah,
Okay.
Allegedly.
allegedly.
Allegedly. Let's go see if we can find his room.
Right. Just got to keep a good eye out for, the head of... What was the head of the staff's name again?
Oren?
Oren.
O-R-E-N.
Yeah, we have to keep a lookout for Orens. They're the head of the staff, and they're very, very much a stickler for everything. So, if we run into them, we may have a bit of trouble trying to talk to this guy.
All
Since
right.
he's retired to his room not feeling well. I'm a healer. That's our cover.
That works.
He sent for us.
I mean, he did. So we're
Yeah,
not lying.
that's not a lie.
No.
Okay. So you're gonna go look for the Lord Eliphas Adelare?
Yes.
Yes.
Looking at the map, going to the guest
room.
The guest
Yeah.
room. Okay,
Yes.
so I'll show chat one more time. So you've got the balcony on one side, the guest bedroom and a study, and then on the other side, a main bedroom. There's a little powder room off the balcony as well. So yeah, as you make your way off the balcony and down around the hallway into the guest bedroom, we should go ahead and take our break.
Okay.
So we're almost halfway. So thanks everybody for joining us so far. One more time. We've been playing Party at Palisade Hall from Keys from the Golden Vault. We're going to take a quick break because we've got a lot of stuff to get to that I'm very excited about. So get something to drink, get a snack, get some caffeine. That's what I'm going to do. Take a walk. We'll be back in just a quick few minutes, so stick around to see what happens next. And welcome back, Internet. Thanks for hanging out with us during our quick break there. We are refreshed and raring to go. So, as you head upstairs, the music does start to quiet a little bit. So let's get a little we get a little more chill in here. You leave the balcony and head over to the door to the guest bedroom. I gotta find which number it is. Yeah, you try the door.
Is it been 10 minutes? Do I still have my detect magic going?
You're probably coming up on the end of it.
Okay. Just in case I'm getting any weird magical locks or traps or alarms or anything.
No. No,
Okay.
not from the door.
Sereia knocks.
You knock, and you hear kind of a gruff voice from inside. Just, come in.
She opens the door.
You open the door. You see a spacious, nicely appointed bedroom. A man wearing a rich blue coat sits on the edge of a narrow bed, trimmed white beard that's sort of darkening a little bit at the roots, kindly sort of smile lines starting to form around his eyes, and he gives you kind of a tired smile and says, looking to escape the crowds. I understand the feeling. You're welcome to hide in here with me.
That's
are
a very nice offer of you, because I think most of us are very much in that boat. But that's not why we're here.
Are you Lord Eliphas?
Yes.
Feifel came to find us.
I
And we
know.
heard you were under the weather, and like just wanted to make sure.
More
They didn't
mentally and
actually-
emotionally than physically, but thank you. I knew Feifel wouldn't let me down. He's a good kid. So, you're here to help.
Yes.
What do you want to know?
Well, we know that it happened about a week ago when, the change happened. But we also heard that maybe there's something in the basement that could help us out.
Damian, roll me a d6.
Two.
Okay. As you're talking, something catches your attention just out of the corner of your eye, and the rest of you see this too, and you see Eliphas's head kind of snap as these very thin, almost like cracks of this iridescent light run up the walls very quickly and sort of circle around one of the windows, and a window that was perfectly square before is suddenly round. And then you blink, and it's gone, and the window is back to normal. And he looks at all of you. You saw that, right?
Yeah,
Okay,
the window changed.
I thought I was losing it. Something is happening to this house. The stuff with Zorana has been going on for a week or two. Since she took the necklace with her. It was sort of the centerpiece of the outfit. So she took it to her dress fitting, and she hasn't taken it off since. And she's also been a completely different person since then. But that just started happening today.
I noticed when we were down there, has your wife always been very skilled in like illusion magic?
She's very skilled in every type of magic. She's not classically trained. She
did mention
likes to
that.
say she's trained by the world. She
did say that.
was in the adventuring life for many years.
I got a very strong illusion coming from her.
I don't know why she'd be putting on an illusion. I mean, the way she looks, that's how she always looks. The dress is hers. We purchased it a few weeks ago for the party. The necklace with the solitaire is also hers.
And how did she get the necklace?
It's a long story. We were together before we didn't marry until she retired, as it were. So there was some some I don't remember what they're called, some coven, or they worked for a coven. There were night hags involved, and it was a whole thing. But I guess this diamond, it's called a shard solitaire. There are a handful of them out there. I guess they all have different magical properties, and they were going to use it to, I don't know, bring about the end of the world or create a army, something. Anyway, they went in and stole it before that could happen, and Zorana decided that as the mage, she was best equipped to keep it safe. She only brings it out every now and then. She's a good woman and a kind woman, but as we age, her vanity gets the better of her every now and then.
And then she put it on one day and just hasn't taken it off since.
Exactly. And then that's never happened before. She's worn it before for events.
And her personality didn't change when she wore it before?
No, as far as I was concerned, it was just a ridiculous piece of jewelry that she was very proud of and went through a lot to get. I know it has magical properties. I don't know.
Could I?
Not really my strong suit.
Could I do an Arcana check to like try to see what I know about the shard, or like what I would know about these shards, or
Yeah,
what kind of magical properties they might have?
of course.
Could Gadget help me on this check?
How would Gadget help you know about a magical item?
I don't know. They can just give me the help
Because they
option.
are a magical item.
Because they are a magical item.
I mean, I guess.
Listen, I just have to ask. It's up to you.
I mean, I don't think that really applies to this particular situation.
I'll just roll normal. Oh, well, it's a natural 20, 29.
Wow. Okay.
I know everything about it.
Okay. As soon as he says the phrase shard solitaire, Law, you are hit with a memory of reading about these at one point. They're not, it's not like hidden knowledge or anything. They're just like incredibly powerful magical items that few people have ever encountered. Some of them are just legends. They're these legendary gemstones that there are, I think, 5 of them in existence. So you've heard stories about them and stuff, and they sort of changed hands over the years, and some of them have been like the centerpiece of these stories about these like ancient wars, trying to take over the world. There's a lot about them. They're intensely magical items. They all share the ability, allegedly, to be able to cast some kind of banishment magic, as well as some like smaller illusions, but the different gemstones each have their own unique abilities as well. There's the 5 shard solitaires. There's the black sapphire, the diamond, the rainbow pearl, the jacinth, and the ruby, and they all sort of have different things that they can do.
Would I know specifically what the diamond can do? I did roll a 29.
You did roll a 29. I think I got it. Okay, I think I'll give this to you to move the story along a little bit, because I think it's going to influence your plans. So generally like what they all allegedly can do. A few of them obviously have been in the possession of people for a while. The diamond has sort of changed hands a few times, so there's more study on the diamond than the rest of them. In addition to being able to cast banishment, and a couple of other illusion spells like mirror image, the diamond is the ice based of the gemstones. Each of these stones, when you cast banishment from them, it does not function to banish something back to their home plane. It actually banishes it to an extra dimensional space within the stone itself. And the diamond, in addition to being able to cast the Ice Storm spell, can also use several charges to create simulacra.
Okay. Okay. I relay that to the group. But if they can create simulacra, and I would know. I think I know this. I imagine Law knows too. Simulacra is an illusion spell.
Simulacrum is an illusion spell. It is a 7th level illusion spell.
I don't think that's your wife.
You're saying that's a fake version of my wife?
I got a very powerful illusion magic coming from her, and that would fit with it being her being a simulacra and not actually her.
Then where's my wife?
Maybe the basement?
Yeah, the basement.
Or inside the diamond.
Because it banishes her inside. It contains creatures inside of it. If something or someone got the hold of it, created a simulacra of her, and then banished her.
How? I mean, I'm not an expert on magic, but I mean, banishment magic isn't exactly like top. I mean, it doesn't take an archmage to banish somebody. My wife is one of the most powerful archmagi on this plane.
Well, if she was under the spell of something that was controlling the diamond, then maybe she didn't have a choice.
Is it possible that the diamond actually had the creatures that they stole the diamond from? Did they banish the hags with it?
I don't know. All I know is that she stole it from the coven.
Because if they were either inside the diamond and got out, or came back to get it,
I think it might have been revenge.
could be. But either way, I don't think that's your wife down there.
I mean, it is in some way, but not actually your wife.
And someone
Made
could be
from
controlled.
her.
Mm-hmm.
So what do we do?
Well, I think we definitely need to find a way to the basement.
We heard tell there was a secret passage.
If you don't want to have to explain yourself to Anisetta, our head chef, which I don't recommend anyone try to do if they want to keep their tongue in their mouth, there's a second set of stairs from the art gallery. There's a painting of a much younger version of Zorana and her sister. You'll see it. The frame is snowflakes. If you press the bottom center snowflake, it should open.
Okay. I say we go down. It sounds like a good lead, Damian, that there may be something down there. I assume you haven't been down there recently?
I've been into the art gallery. I didn't really look at everything there, but...
No, I don't have much reason to go down there. It's mostly just our servants' bedrooms are down there, and then the food storage and things like that.
How does this connect to the house changing, though? This effect that's causing the house to, like, shift.
Only one way to find out.
Oh, I agree. There's something we're missing. We'll figure it out.
Or we'll stumble into it. But that's still figuring it out.
Most likely the second one, yes.
What if, like, she's in the basement or something, and she's doing all of this to, like, let us know that, she's in danger?
Ooh.
It could be. She's trying to communicate by messing with the house. Could be.
Could be.
Since she's that powerful, maybe if she is stuck in some way, shape, or form, that's the only way she can let people know that there's something wrong. Or it could be something nefarious. I don't know.
Let's check out the basement and get all the information we can before confronting her.
I love a secret passage.
I'll stay here. The vault, the safe box where she keeps the necklaces is up here. and the enchantment on it should still hold.
Okay.
She had the necklace itself when she had the solitaire set into it. The necklace is enchanted that as soon as it's removed, it pops back into its vault to prevent it from being stolen.
Okay.
So,
And that's here in this room?
allegedly.
Do you know where?
Yeah, I know where. I just don't know the passcode.
Okay.
So, in theory, it can be stolen from the vault, just not directly from her neck.
All right. So if we get it off of her, we're going to have to come back up here and try to get it if we need it for some reason.
Right.
Well, once this is resolved, I want to do something to get it very far away from this house.
We can help with that.
All right. I'll stay here.
I guess we make ourselves out. Make our way out.
I'm terrible at this, but can I just do an insight check on this guy? That's a 10.
He's tired and sad and just ready for this to be over.
All right.
You have
To
no
the
reason to
basement.
believe that he is lying about anything or being deceptive. Okay. So you head down into the art gallery. You make your way through the music once again, playing loudly from the ballroom. There is singing, there's dancing, there's drinking, just people having a good time. So, yeah, you make your way into the art gallery, and you find the painting in the back. I'm not going to make you roll for it. It's not that big of a room. There's only so many paintings in here.
Just pushing every snowflake on every painting.
But there's one painting in the northeast corner of the room that depicts these two, again, like lavender skin, white hair, elvish children, two young girls playing in the snow and having a snowball fight. The frame around it is this gray wood that has these snowflakes kind of embossed into it, and there is one at the center of the frame. You press it. There is a click, and the wall that the painting is hanging on swings open to reveal a staircase going down deeper into the house.
Go down the staircase.
I'm on in.
Okay. Let me get to the
I'm-
map of the
Yeah, I'm going to
basement.
use another charge from my wand for detect magic just to see if anything pings as we're going down the stairs.
Okay. Yeah, let me get down to the basement. So you guys all have the little outline of the basement there. Or the cellar, however you want to refer to it. You make your way down. Again, the music starts to fade a little bit. Go back to this one. No, you know what? You make your way down to the basement as the secret door swings closed quietly behind you. It is very quiet down here. It is very cold down here. Lining the walls of this section that you are in, there are wooden casks and crates, an ascending staircase behind you, and then one at the other end, which you can hear a little bit of clattering and stuff coming from the top, assuming from what people have said at this point that goes up into the kitchen. A pair of wooden doors sort of flank this narrow passageway that's in the middle of one wall. So you guys can see that sort of narrow hallway that goes into the other side of the basement. But there's one door on each side. But on the easternmost door, there is this eerie, like light blue, almost white, like scintillating light that is streaming from around the edges of the door.
Do I get any sort of magic from that?
Boy, do you.
Oh yeah.
Let's see. Let me pull it up. This has conjuration written all over it. Again, and it is that same sort of intensity that you got from the Lady Zorana before.
Sereia casts mage armor on herself.
Okay.
I can. There's a very powerful conjuration magic coming from that door. I can try to look to see what's on the other side of the door before we go through it. Unless y'all just want the surprise. I'm down either way.
I mean, I'm always good for a good surprise, but I think we should kind of approach this,
Safely.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. I'm gonna use my bring out the little my spell book app again. And I'm going to use the little orb appears on it. I use Manifest Mind to manifest it at a space within 60 feet of me. I'm gonna manifest on the other side of the door.
You don't have to be able to see.
No, it's just a space. It's hovering in an unoccupied space of your choice within 60 feet of you. And
Manifesting.
Okay.
And then it can hear and see, has dark vision of 60 feet, and it can telepathically share with me what it sees and hears. No action required.
Okay, so can you see through it, or it's just sort of telling you what's over there?
When you cast a wish upon your turn, you cast I don't think I can see through it like I do for my familiar. I think it is just it can tell me what it sees.
Okay. Say you cast a spell, and your spell book says
Manifesting. Scanning. Interpretation. Planar rift.
Thank you, spellbook.
You're welcome, Law.
There's a planar rift on the other side.
Planar rift? Like someone punched a hole in dimensions?
I suppose so. That would explain maybe some of the distortions that we're seeing as causing some sort of...
I think that explains a lot.
Okay. Well, if it's just the rift, we're probably okay to go through the door. We'll see what's there.
Okay.
We're never gonna just get to go to the party, are we?
No. They'll never just be a party.
No.
It is.
Okay.
Put his hand on the door.
it's cold.
Brr.
Brr.
Door's locked.
It's locked. I can't open it.
I can try to pick it open.
No,
I can't help.
you need to check with your
My thieves' tools.
your thieves' tools.
I need to add these as a skill on my sheet, so I can just
Yeah.
do it. But it'll be
It'll be dexterity plus
2,
proficiency.
so it'll be a +6. Let me. I'm just gonna roll d20. 16.
Okay. It takes you a moment, but after a moment of working, it's hard because there's just like this cold just like emanating from the door. So your fingers are stiff, and it like starts to hurt after a little bit. But you pop the lock open, and Damian, once again, you push the door. Inside this essentially 10 by 10 foot storage closet is a pulsing rift of iridescent energy just sort of floating in space, like a jagged scar on the fabric of reality. You see it kind of flickering, and the light sort of in the center dims for just a second, and you see these faint shadows sort of moving around within the rift before it flares brightly once again.
No, Damian, before you touch it.
You already see his fingers like was reaching
Damian's
out
like
for it.
halfway there.
Are we going through this, or does somebody have a different idea?
I can try to dispel it, but I don't know if that'll work.
It's worth a shot.
Okay.
That seems like it. Okay, two options I see here: dispel it, touch it. Dispelling it seems like the better one to start with before touching.
Yes, I guess. All right. Sereia will try to dispel magic, I guess.
Okay. Make me a wisdom check.
Ugh. Hold on, I closed my dice. Send help. First D20 I see. This one. Uh-oh.
Oh no.
That is going to be wisdom check. That is going to be a 14.
Okay. Sereia, you try to dispel the rift, and almost immediately as your magic hits it, it is just kind of sucked into the center of the rift, which flares a little bit again, and remains intact.
Well, that's not going to work.
Damian slowly holds up a finger.
Damian, I have no way to stop you.
Damian touches it.
Damian touches the rift and is immediately right behind Sereia's spell, sucked into the planar rift in the closet. Damian disappears in front of you. Damian, do me a favor and roll me a d4.
Oh my god. Oh, where is it? Oh no.
Just gonna give it a second to make sure he doesn't like get shunted back out screaming and missing an arm or something.
3.
3?
Yeah.
Okay. What do the other two of you do?
Sereia grabs Law's hand and pulls them in.
No. I grab Dutch.
You grab Dutch, and Dutch barrels through the rift. Sereia, roll me a d4.
Oh no.
Am I going off of Sereia's D4
Nope.
since we went in together? Okay.
You just have to do 2 because Dutch is with you.
2.
Okay. Do I have to do one for Gadget too?
Damian has Gadget.
Okay. Yeah, I just didn't know
No,
if
Gadget's
Gadget-
small enough.
Okay.
That will,
Okay.
They'll hang on to Damian. Law, roll me a d4 for you and a d4 for Dutch.
Okay. Oh, shoot. No, stop. I just kept clicking the D4 and it kept adding more. All right,
That's
this
what
one's for me.
happens when you click it more than once.
That's a 4.
Okay.
Dutch gets a 1.
Okay.
I'm scared.
We're all gonna end up in different planes.
I will
This
show
one shot's
chat
about to turn into the next campaign.
where you
Send
are
help.
now. I don't have this little bit to show you guys ready, but you can look on the stream and see where you are, which is inside the Solitaire Rift. You all appear on the other side of the portal on smooth, flat-topped rocks that are floating in the middle of a magically charged maelstrom that is filled with this thunderous roar. Other rocks float nearby. There's some small ones. There's one large one sort of in the center, and you all find yourselves on these sort of secondary rocks. Nearby, Sereia and Dutch on the one on the left, Damian and Law on the one on the right. And on the
like the topmost ones there. With
yes,
the,
yeah.
okay.
So imagine you're looking like this is the top down view. So imagine the smaller one on that left hand side, Sereia, you're over there with Dutch, and then that larger one on the right hand side, Damian and Law, you find yourselves top of that. And on the center rock, the largest one, you see, because you've all seen her at this point, the Archmage Lady Zorana Adelare, in a very different outfit in her Archmage regalia. And then sort of behind her and sort of all around you, really, you all sense this just terrible, like, oppressive presence. There is something in here. You don't have to roll for it. You can just feel it. There is something in here. It is formless, and you can't really describe it, but it is terrible, and it is ominous, and it is lurking, sort of just off to the sides. And Zorana, from the rock, sort of points over at you and lets out this, like, cold laugh, and it calls out, "Aha! The shapeless evil finally appears. Whatever you are, you cannot fool me. You prepare to face the wrath of the Archmage. Zorana Adelare, you will not keep me contained." And she throws up a hand, and this huge, like, bolt of lightning starts to wreath around her arm, and I need you guys to roll initiative.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay. Oh, no.
Oh no.
Zoinks, dude.
9.
9 also.
Law?
I got a 7. Would it be possible for, well, no. Never mind. I'm not gonna ask about it.
Wow, everyone rolled like shit.
Yeah.
Because she rolled 6.
Oh.
Oh, perfect.
Oh, wow.
Awesome.
Love that for us.
So, you guys got the drop on the Archmage a little
That's
bit.
why you don't monologue, kids.
Damian,
Oh, bye. Okay.
you're up first with a cool 9.
Wow. So Damian looks at it like, no, wait, we are not some shapeless evil. We're adventurers here to help you out. We were sent by your husband.
Over the course of this fight, at any point, you guys can use your action to make persuasion checks. If you would like to try to keep from fighting her.
I am going to do that. and make a
Okay,
persuasion
yeah,
check.
make a persuasion check.
All right, +0 persuasion. 13.
Okay. Damian, you call out, and she does not seem affected by what you've said at all. It's like she is convinced herself right now that you are lying and that you're sent by something that's going to try to kill her. But she does lock her eyes on you as a target. Anything else?
Damian, how big is, like, the rock we're standing on?
The rock you're standing on is about, let me pull the map up. So you guys are on rock. It's about 20 feet across, about 10 feet, 15 feet deep.
Okay, when he notices that they're being targeted, he will move as far away as he can away from Law.
Okay, so you
So in
move to the
case-
other side of the
Yeah.
stone.
Yeah,
Okay, yeah, that puts about 20 feet in between you guys.
and that's all I'm gonna do.
Okay. It's not the encounter. Sereia.
Would you say that she classifies as a monster right now? Or a person?
She's definitely a person.
Okay. Then hold on a minute. I gotta go find this one.
She is a humanoid for your purposes.
Okay. I'm gonna try to charm this lady with charm
Okay.
person.
Okay.
I guess to try to avoid this horrible battle. God, what is it? She needs to make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay.
15.
Which she makes with advantage. 'Cause it is a spell. That is a 15.
Damn.
So you throw out this charm spell, and you see her eyes flick from Damian to you for just a moment. She kind of flicks her head over, and just has this like wicked smile on her face, like the adventurer in her never really left. Anything else?
We're just trying to help you, lady. No, that's it.
Okay. On their turn, appearing one next to Sereia and one next to Damian, you see two sort of bluish white forms flicker into existence as these two just absolutely icy elven warriors look toward you, and you hear Zorana call out, "Defend me!" As her two Eladrin summons are going to take their turn.
Oh my god, I knew it! The statues came to life!
They have these icy long swords that they sort of pull out as they're kind of like flickering in and out of existence. None of you are Eladrin, so...
Not that I'm aware of.
I need everyone to make a wisdom saving throw.
Ugh.
That's what I like to hear. 26.
Okay.
Your
That
druid
is
loves
a
your druid
success.
loves
22.
Going
Success.
through my head. Do I have anything for this? No, I don't. Oh, 7.
That is a failure. So Sereia
Do I
and
need to
Damian.
make one for Dutch too?
Is Dutch a construct?
Yes.
Then no.
Okay.
Because I don't think he can be charmed.
Okay.
But you can, Law. You feel this, what you might call sorrowful presence, wash over you. You have disadvantage on ability checks and saving throws until you shake this.
Okay.
And now they're going to attack. Sereia. One is going to make 2 slashes at you.
Who is Dutch next to again?
Me.
Sereia.
Dutch will use reaction to give disadvantage
Okay.
on one of his attacks.
So that will be a... Wow, well, good, because the first one, hi, Thembershad, was a natural 20,
no.
but the second one was only a... 9 times... 13.
13 does not hit.
Okay. The second attack, does Dutch just give disadvantage on the first attack?
It's just one attack.
Okay, the second attack is worse. It's a 12.
Also misses.
Horrible and bad. Damian. 2 attacks against you. That is a 19, and the dice landed right on the button I'm supposed to press. So I can't press it down. What did I say? That was a 19?
Yeah.
The second one's a 12.
The 19 hits.
Okay. So you are going to take... I lost my freaking d10s. 9 slashing damage and 7 cold damage as one of the blades cuts through you. That is all that they can do. And it is Law Witchlight Monarch's turn.
Okay. And so is this is just a charm? I'm not like afraid or anything? It's
No.
Just, okay. I just
just
feel
a-
icky.
Just you feel really sad.
Okay.
You're like super sad.
Sad. I have a question for you because I haven't used this yet. Of
course.
My charm of the monarch. I don't know what that takes to activate. It just says I can sprout to get this effect. It just doesn't say how and how many times I can do it. It just doesn't say what it
Let me look.
costs to
Let me look.
use.
Important supernatural gifts. Oh boy, I sure didn't write that part down. Huh? Hang on, let me pull this thing up. Oh god. Oh god.
Sorry to ask, but this could
No,
really help
yeah.
us. Chat says it's probably an action.
Probably. I know it's in the DMG. Let me go to supernatural gifts. Bop. Supernatural gifts, charms. Specific number of times. Yes, it is an action.
An action. Okay.
Thanks, chat.
Thank you, chat. I am going to... Fuck. I am going to use my action because Gadget is sitting on Damian's shoulder, so I can cast a touch spell through Gadget. I'm going to cast Enhance Ability at 3rd level for Eagle's Splendor.
Okay, on yourself.
On both Damian and... I was hoping to get Sereia for this too, but...
What's the range?
It's a touch spell, so I have to be touch, but I figured I can cast it on myself and Damian because my familiar, I can cast a spell through my familiar.
Yes.
Okay. So I'm going to cast Enhance Ability on the two of us to give advantage on charisma checks.
Okay.
And so I'll cancel out my disadvantage. Mm-hmm. That's my 3rd level spell slot. And that's my action spell. I'm going to use my bonus action to have Dutch attack the Eldrin that's attacking Sereia.
Okay.
Let me get up. I have too many pets.
There's
which
no
is a
such thing.
Good problem to have. But that's going to be a spell attack modifier. Okay. I need to check. So it's a +9 to hit. That's a 15 plus 9, 24.
Yes, that will hit.
All right. And then we'll take 1d8 plus my 1d8 plus 4. That's an 8. Nice. 12 points of force damage.
Okay. As the bolt of force slams into the back of the Eldrin that has gone for Sereia. Anything else?
Nope. I think that's all I can do.
Okay, it is the Archmage's turn. Oh, what does she want to do?
Listen to us.
Yeah, just like sit down, have a conversation.
Yeah, let's like
Take a
wrap this
moment.
out.
Oh, I know what she'll do.
Send help.
Yeah.
She sort of clocks where both of you are, and you can see, like, you can just see it on her face. Like, she is calculating. She has been on a battlefield before. She knows what she's doing. And she throws out 2 hands, and I need everybody to make a Constitution saving throw as a cone of cold
Oof.
Can I
washes over both of the stones you're all standing on.
Is she within 60 feet of me?
Is she 60 feet of Probably 10, 15, oh yeah.
I want a counter spell.
What was the what was the check? I missed it.
It's a con save, but you might not have to make it. I don't fucking remember how counterspell works. She has to make a check.
If it is, I'm casting at 3rd level.
Okay.
And I have to...
Okay, Cone of Cold is a 5th level spell.
Okay, so I have to do a DC 15 intelligence check.
Yes, DC plus the spell's level with your spellcasting ability. DC 15.
Okay. All right. Come on. Fuck. It's only a 10.
Unfortunately, that is not enough. As another wave sort of washes over her, and you can see her sort of try to clock where it's coming from and look over towards you. And again, that wicked grin on her face as she just lets out the secondary pulse to push the cone of cold over all of you. That's a Constitution saving throw.
Oof.
22.
God damn these rolls.
That
15.
is... Where's her fucking spell save DC? There it is. Okay, Sereia 22 is a success. Damian,
15.
that's a fail.
11.
That is also a fail.
And I'll make one
Dutch.
for Dutch. Dutch got a natural 20.
Okay, Dutch succeeds.
Yeah, 26.
26
And
is
then
a
I think I have to make
success.
one for my.
You do,
familiar
yes, to make
too,
one for
right?
Gadget. I don't think Gadget can survive this.
No, Gadget does have. I think familiars have a thing if they like an evasion, but maybe not.
I think it depends on the familiar, like what form.
Yeah, Gadget's just gonna die.
As Gadget tries to flit off your shoulder, Damian, she's immediately encased in ice and sort of hits the stones skidding along. I'm rolling this on D&D Beyond. Alright, that's 38 cold damage.
I have resistance to cold damage with the Staff of Frost.
So that's half. Sereia, you will also take half on a success. What's half of 38?
A 19.
19. Sereia, you'll take 19.
And I have to make a con save for enhance ability. Half of 19.
Is 8. No. 9. Half rounded down. 9.
So it'd be a DC. So DC
yeah, so
10.
DC 10.
All right, I succeed. 27.
Okay, so you hold on to enhance ability as she lets out a laugh, her sort of long white hair streaming behind her. Damian, it's your turn.
Damian is looking wrecked right
Looks
now.
pretty bad, you guys.
And he
I'm
looks,
prepared to fix it on my next turn.
like he looks over at a Gadget who just got wrecked and smashes to the ground. And I just want to confirm something. I can use my action to talk to her. I can still use my bonus action.
Yes, you can still use your bonus action.
Okay. So he watches Gadget fall to the ground and shatter. And Damian looks upset now. And he whips his head around at her and just yells at her, "You need to stop this. We're just trying to help." And when he yells help, this draconic aura just flares up around him as he activates for the first time aspect of the worm. I create as a bonus action, you can create an aura that lasts for 1 minute and radiates 10 feet from you. And I get to choose one of the following effects, either frightful presence or resistance. And I choose cold resistance.
Okay. Go ahead and make me a persuasion check with advantage.
Where you at, D20? Where you at, D20? No, that's not D20. Come on. There it is. Okay, so I rolled a 4, but
With advantage?
yes, I rolled a 2 and a 4. I would like to use another ability I have.
Okay.
Where is it? Draconic presence. If I fail a charisma, intimidation, or persuasion check, I can use my reaction to re-roll the check.
Okay, yeah. Reroll.
Do you get to reroll with advantage again?
Yeah, do I get to re-roll?
Sure, why not?
Okay. That's a lot better. That is a 17.
17 was the DC. Damian, you shout, and you all see this draconic presence from Damian's ancestry. I mean, you knew Damian had this ancestry. He has scales. He has pointy teeth. He loves dragons, and he is also extremely intelligent like one. But in this moment of emotion, this presence just sort of bursts forth, and behind him, you see very briefly, and Zorana clocks this, as these two like dark red dragon wings sort of flare out, and then wrap themselves around him to protect him from the cold. That was really cool, and I'm gonna say they warm you up a little bit and you get 5 hit points back.
Yay.
And Zorana stops. And all you can hear for a second is sort of the wind whipping around all of you. And as the Eldrin sort of raise their swords again, she raises both hands to them and they'd freeze in place. And she looks over all of you. And I think sort of really for the first time kind of clocks what you look like. And she waves her hands like this and the 2 Eldrin disappear. Let's find some. She takes a breath, and looks at all of you. My apologies. I don't know how long I've been in here, and I've seen a lot of things. Are you alright?
One sec. And then Sereia will cast heal on Damian.
Damn.
So 70 hit points. That's what I was waiting for on my next turn.
Damian, that's all of them.
That's all of them.
All of them.
Burned my 6th level spell slot. I was like, where this is going?
Dutch is pretty fucked up too and just starts like little welding torches, just starts repairing himself.
Like that aura disappears around Damian. He just like slumps down on his butt.
Who sent you?
Looking exhausted.
Your husband.
Of course he did. I hoped he'd be smart enough not to come himself. He's a very talented tinkerer. We're dealing with a bit more than inventions here. I apologize for the cold. That was what little powerful magic I had left. I'd used basically everything I knew to try to get out of here.
Alright,
Nothing
cold
works.
never bothered us anyway.
Any ideas?
How did you get here?
The last thing I remember is I had put the solitaire on for a dress fitting. I came home and went to take it off, and it wouldn't come off. That had never happened before. And then I don't know, the edges of the world went black, and I woke up in here. But we need to get out of here. And she just kind of looks around, and again, you can still feel that just like presence, like something is watching you. There is something in here that is not supposed to be in here. Something has wormed its way into this space, and I think is trying to get out.
Are you aware that there is a simulacra of you now walking around your house?
I'm not aware of anything that's been going on outside this space since I found myself trapped in it, so that's horrifying.
Just wanted to make sure that wasn't something you made. I can understand that'd be a bit convenient for like chores and like helping around the house.
No, simulacrum give me the creeps, actually. It's never
That's
really
fair.
been my thing. Shit. I've been trying teleportation, all sorts of things. I can't get us out immediately, but if you give me enough time to trance... No, shit. I don't have my spellbook. So that's out.
Oh.
You didn't happen to find it, did you?
No.
No.
Well, I suppose we'll have to find another way out.
I have my spell book. I don't know if that would help you. I don't know any teleportation spells, though. Never wrote those down.
They wouldn't help much anyway. We'd need something at least as powerful as a plane shift.
That's not really my area of expertise.
You don't have anyone that knows that spell. You don't have any magical artifacts that perhaps have have a plane shift spell. No, not with you. All right, that's fine.
I can create a tiny hut.
I have nothing that can help in this moment. Unless you want me to take this potion of storm giant strength and try to bust my way out of here.
I mean, we have a friend who's on the other side of this plane rift. They have a really cool staff that can do that, but wow.
But they're not here.
They're not here. Unfortunate. It's almost like that was...
Like some capricious god planned that.
Fate really has it in for all of us. Well... I'm sure we'll think of something. I need you all to make a charisma saving throw.
Did that effect end on me?
Help.
Yes, yeah, the effect's
Okay.
gone. Sorry.
Just making sure.
Yes.
I don't have disadvantage on this.
It is
That's
gone.
17.
11.
Okay.
19.
Sereia and Law succeed.
Does Dutch need to make... Is this a charm thing again, or...
What's Dutch's intelligence?
4.
Yes. Dutch will also have to make the save.
That's a 4 total of -3.
What is
Just
their, like, charisma... Like, the score?
But is charisma score or intelligence score?
Or intelligence score, sorry. It's a charisma save.
So like not
Their-
the modifier. The
No,
score.
their intelligence score.
4.
Okay, then yes, they need to make the save.
Okay.
Which is
just
a
making
charisma
sure.
save.
Okay.
Numbers and words. They're difficult.
That's a
Damian, you
negative.
fail.
-1.
Dutch fails. I think Zerana might also have failed. Yeah, she fails. Damian, Dutch, and Zerani take 11 psychic damage.
Oof.
As the presence that is weighing down on you starts to... It feels like... You know when you have a particularly nasty thought that just sort of worms its way into your brain and won't leave you? And you continue to feel that pressing down on you. And Zorana kind of shakes her head and says, the longer we're in here, we're going to start having some serious problems.
Okay. Well, can't do any magic or anything because I can't, you know.
Are those portals still there that we came through, or is just nothing's there?
Just the
You think
rocks
if I
and the storm and the horrible
tried to
thoughts.
Spell magic again while we're in here, it would work.
It's worth a try.
All right, what's another failure?
If I give you, is it so magic? Would be a wisdom check for you?
Spell magic is...
Yes, it is with your
yeah.
spellcasting modifier.
Yep.
Okay. So if I gave enhance ability, I don't know if it's something that I could like assist on, like give the help action on just as a person, or if I'd have to cast a spell.
Due to the nature of the spell, this is a spell that both of you in theory would have access to, so
Yeah,
you
but I
could
can't.
probably just help
Okay.
with
Then
some
I'd like to
energy channeling or something.
Sure. Give help action. We could ghost this.
Okay. Yeah, Sarah, make a wisdom check with advantage.
Woof. All right. Thank God for advantage. Oh, yeah, thank God for advantage. That's a 22.
Okay, the DC was 20.
Oh,
Sarah,
it's the first one I rolled was a 7.
Oof.
Oof.
you do something fucking dramatic for a second. No. That's fine. Sereia, with Law's help and the energy from your friends and Zorana, sort of helping to, with what magic she has left, sort of charge up this spell. What is your spellcasting focus? What do you use to cast spells? You use the staff, right?
Yeah, she's
Okay.
the Staff of Flames. That's her spellcasting focus.
Yeah, so the gem on the top of the Staff of Flames starts to glow. At first it glows this like red color, and then you see that start to intermix with your own magic, which is a sort of bluish green, and then Law with these like purples and pinks sort of running through it. A little bit of that red again coming back out, flaring as the same color as sort of those wings that were behind Damian. And then Zorana puts a hand on the staff sort of next to yours, and this bolt of lightning, it doesn't hurt you, but you can definitely feel the heat from it, sort of winds up the staff, and there is this explosion of light as everything around you you're just immersed in this this prism of colors of all the magic that everybody is contributing to try to get you the hell out of this thing. And you feel the force of it before you hear it. An absolute explosion of energy that flings you all out of the space you are in. There is this loud crack. It sounds like a crack of thunder happening inside your head. It rings your ears, and it sets you on edge, and you are all flung outward. Oh, where'd the little map go? Damian and Law, you are both flung to the sides, and you both impact the stone walls of the storage closet that you were in before. Damian, you and Zorana sort of hit into one corner, and she kind of grabs onto you, trying to hold you both upright. Sereia, there is this crack and a blast from the staff, and Sereia, as you find yourself in the storage rooms again, goes flying out the open door into the back wall.
I gotta check on Sereia.
Wait.
Okay.
Hold on. As the solitaire cracks, I need somebody to roll me 2d8, and I cannot stress this enough. You want to roll as low as possible.
Oh boy, I'll roll. I rolled a 1 and a 3.
Okay, so that is 4.
It's not bad. That's like 2 away from the lowest it could be.
Yeah.
Okay. 10 feet or closer.
I was just ready for like 16.
Law and Damian and Zorana are all gonna take 32 points of force damage.
Ooh.
Sereia, at the center of the crack, you're gonna take 64.
I'm down.
As Sereia is thrown out the door into the wall and slumps unconscious, having cracked her head into the stone.
I rush over to Sereia.
Damian runs over to Sereia, and I may have something unless you have healing.
I do have healing.
Okay, then yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
Okay. Law rushes over and like will just frantically just like, Spellbook, I need help, and will
Yes, Law.
first aid, please, and we'll do a cure wounds on Sereia.
Scanning. Concussion. Head injury.
Yeah. Nailed it.
Healing.
That
One moment,
is
please.
7 points.
Healing. Healing complete.
My Wi-Fi signal is so bad here.
You
Brains
gotta
are
hold it up.
complicated. Sereia, you come to consciousness with the worst headache you've ever had in your life, and sort of blood like matting the back of your head in your hair. But Law, you may knit that together. It's enough to keep her from dying.
It's just like over her, like trying to steady her, just like, Sereia.
Am I conscious yet?
Yes, you're conscious. The world's kind of swimming before you a little bit, and boy, your head is going to hurt for a while. But yes, you're conscious. At what, 7 hit points?
Yes. I will, as the world comes back into focus,
Just a lot panicked.
I think we're gonna need this, and she will cast a mass cure wounds.
Okay.
It's 3d8. I don't know. Do I trust d8s right now with what just happened to us?
Well, technically, I was rolling low, so.
I went down. 14, 15, 16, 17, 17. Everybody gets 17 back.
Okay. You including Zorana in that as well?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, so a lot of her... She wasn't badly off, so she's pretty much back to full. And from where you are, sort of leaning over Sereia, suddenly from the... somewhere else in the manor up from the first floor, you hear this just earth-shattering scream and panic start to rock the house from above you.
How much healing was it again? Sorry, I missed the...
17.
17. Okay.
The simulacrum.
Sorry, are you okay to get up?
Yeah, I'll be fine. Let's go see what that was. Ow.
This gets like a little unsteady as she tries to stand up.
Well, we'll help her up.
Thanks for not letting me die.
Okay.
Holding the back of her head.
Oh god, your little guy's still red on my screen.
Oh, jeez.
That's fine.
Oh, Dutch is definitely down. I forgot about Dutch too. Definitely got thrown out and took a bunch of damage from that, right?
It would have been at least, what did I say, 32,
32.
34?
Yeah, Dutch is
Okay, yeah, so
down.
Dutch is sparking in one corner. And there's chaos above. What do you
I
do?
will fix him later.
Elophus will help you.
Right.
Great party.
Thank you.
We know
Good
how to
party.
do it in the Feywild. Let's get this
Runs.
bitch out of my house.
Upstairs.
You all run upstairs and you're screaming. There are people making a mass exodus from the house as the guests are screaming and running, and you hear crashing and just absolute, like, piercing. You've ever heard somebody scream in anger? Not in just, like, pure, like, rage scream. It is that, and you make your way into the ballroom. The decorations sideways, some of them like smoking from a lightning bolt that has gone through them. The fake snow still falling, but only in pieces because there are cracks in the ceiling. And you see a slowly melting version of Zorana in the center of the room, this lightning sort of crackling around her eyes. And as you enter, she wheels around and says, "You." And I need you guys to roll initiative.
Oh boy.
And Zorana is going to help you
19.
with what magic she has left.
Roll the exact same
Oh,
thing I rolled
gosh.
before.
I got a 5.
Val, I don't know why yours is the only one that won't populate in the encounter thing.
Oh, you know why it is? Am I using... I created a new sheet for law for this.
Oh, that's why.
To
Okay.
test it out.
That's fine. I can
So I'll fix it later so it's not...
it's
I
totally
think I'm going to just
fine, 'cause
keep
they're-
law multi-class.
the rest of them are
This is a lot of fun. So.
Sereia, you are up first.
How far away is she from me?
Let's see. The ballroom, all told, is only, like, from the door to the back wall, from the edge to the back wall, is only, like, 30, 40 feet. So she's in the center, so I was probably 15 feet from you.
Okay. As Sereia is going to use her movement to wait, hold on. I gotta make sure that my Wildfire Spirit is a bonus action to summon. I think it is. No. Summoning it is an action. So I changed my mind. I'm gonna use my. I'm gonna do an uncharacteristic thing for Sereia. 'Cause, she head injuries that they make you weird. She's going to use her movement speed, run up to this lady, and cast Vampiric Touch.
Woo!
Ooh.
So on a hit, she's gonna take necrotic damage, and I'm gonna steal her life force.
Okay, yeah. Roll an attack.
Nom, nom.
That is gonna be. You have not failed me yet, dice. Please don't do it now. That is going to be a 19 to hit.
Yes, that'll hit.
All right. I don't feel like getting out 7d10.
Let Thembershad roll them for you.
Yeah, Thembershad just smash in my ears. That's going to be 37 points
Woo!
of necrotic damage
Woo!
as I burn my my last 5th level spell slot.
Woo!
And I get half of that back.
Wow, that hurt. Her bad. Okay.
I'm looking a little
jeez.
better.
Yeah, as Sereia just bolts into the center of the room and sort of grabs this melting simulacrum by the arm, or by the throat.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, you grab her by the throat and you just see around your hand, Sereia, almost like it is made of snow. A lot of her sort of skin and everything just melts right off, and she's left with this huge, like, gaping hole as the magic heals you quite a bit. Anything else?
No one charms my friends but me.
Nope, that's it. I guess we can bonus action Shillelagh on the Staff of Fire.
Yeah,
we'll do
so
that.
Cast Shillelagh on the staff.
There you go. Yep.
And it is Zorana's turn. She is going to. God, what do you do when the things you're fighting have the same stat block? As you, she is going to try to. Yeah, she's gonna let out another lightning bolt across. So she's gonna skirt around and try to, like, essentially cleave the thing in half. She's trying her best not to hit you, Sereia. And the simulacrum is gonna try to counterspell it. Because why wouldn't she? And succeeds. So again, the lightning just sort of flickers out, and she goes, "You bitch." That is all she can do. Law.
Law very much alone right now with not all pets being dead. Goes kind of comes running in, sees Sereia go up, and says, "Oh fuck, hey spellbook,
Yes, Law.
I need a friend," and takes the opal that they have in their bag, which is this is just purely for effect, like tosses that forward, imbuing some arcane, like the arcane energy shoots out from the spellbook. It hits it, this dark shape begins to coalesce around it.
Summon you.
As bits of metal from the room kind of like magnetize against the side of it.
Friend.
And I'm casting Summon Shadow Spawn.
Shadow spawn summoned.
And I'm gonna. What's the lighting situation like in here?
It's a party, so
It's pretty
It's
well lit.
brightly
All right,
lit.
so that won't help. Is gonna create a terror shadow spirit. And is gonna do so at fuck it, 5th level.
okay.
And so yeah, this big like mechanical, like shadowy creature forms next to the next to her, and it will act after my turn.
Shadow spirit summoned. Mode terror.
And I don't think I have anything I can do as a bonus action, so
That'll be the Shadow's turn.
it's gonna make 2 attacks.
Okay.
So this is a +9 to hit. It gets the number of attacks equal to half the spell's level rounded down, so it's 2 attacks. So first one is a 19 + 9 is a 28.
Oh yeah, that'll hit.
And then second one, 13 plus 9 is 21.
Yep.
Or 22. And then it does 1d12 plus 7 on each hit. I believe. Hold on. Yeah, 1d12 plus. Oh no, plus 8. So 2d12 plus 16. That is 8 plus 6. So 24 points of psychic damage.
Okay.
No. Cold damage, not psychic.
Cold damage. That changes things.
Yeah.
She does still take damage as parts of her, as the shadow just tears into her, and you can see it almost, I mean, it looks like snow is being sort of flung across the ground as the simulacrum is just trying desperately to hold itself together.
All right. That is it for its turn, though.
Okay, that'll be Damian.
Okay, Damian is going to run up at them and go for a first attack and go for a punch. You know what? Let's throw a flurry of blows in there too. There goes, yeah. So that's a 22, an 18, and an 18.
Hey, those all hit.
Okay. And I am going to make all of them. All right. You have to make. I'm going to make all the attacks fire damage, as you see flames wreath around his fists.
Okay. Roll your damage.
So that is. So 19 points of fire damage.
Okay. Damian, as chunks of this creature just start melting beneath your fist, you can see it sort of grabbing up and like desperately like holding onto the solitaire, and she's saying, no. Anything else?
And make my second attack.
Yeah.
I have 2 attacks. Does a 19 hit?
Yes.
And then that deals 10 points of fire damage.
Damian, you make one last blow, sort of center mass to this, and your fist with the flame sort of wreathed around it goes directly through the simulacrum, like you have punched a hole in its gut, and there is this just ear-piercing scream as it just sort of melts away into a little puddle on the ground, and the necklace with the shard solitaire in it pops out of existence.
Sereia stomps on the puddle.
It splashes.
Damien's like, that's what I call heartburn.
Serana kind of... Well, that should be safely in the vault now. I have to go to get that thing out of my house.
No shit.
Upstairs. Quickly, come on.
Okay.
Runs after her as quick as she can in
How is
heels.
the buffet table?
You don't know. It's in a different room.
Oh, okay. He runs upstairs.
You're
Probably
upstairs,
okay.
and she is, I mean, like flying. In
So I grab champagne as she runs by.
in front of you, you grab a bottle of champagne. The staff is just doing their best to look fine. You don't see any bodies or anything laying around. Everyone seems to be intact for the most part. Like they ran at the first sign of danger, which they should do. She flings the door to the main bedroom open, and you see, as she's doing this, Elephas has come like sprinting down the hall, and they sort of lock eyes, and then they both run into the room. She runs into the bedroom, sort of around into the bathroom. and up to this huge statue of a reindeer. She puts a hand on it, sort of whispers a couple of words, and the reindeer starts to move and kind of shift, and it steps out of the way. She runs up the stairs into a passage where you see this room in front of you that has this in-ground pool, and it is absolutely freezing in here. The water looks frigid, like it's on the verge of freezing over itself. And on the ceiling is this huge tile mosaic. Can I get you guys to make a history check? Damian, you can do this with advantage.
Okay. 17.
Who am I? Nat 20.
21.
Okay, you all know exactly who this is in the mosaic. There is this beautiful fey creature depicted in this mosaic along the ceiling, taking up the entire ceiling, looking like basically cold incarnate, winter incarnate. This is the Archfey who loves to have his face out there as the Prince of Frost. As Zorana plunges into this pool, she points across to a large, like, snowflake tile on the wall. She says, press it.
Run.
Press it. These pipes open up and the pool starts to drain. And you see in the tiles on the bottom of the pool these 3 concentric circles. As the pool drains, glyphs start to appear on them around the edges. Anyone speak Elvish?
Yes.
Okay. This is essentially the alphabet on 3 concentric circles, and you see her turning them to spell out a word. There's a click. You guys could have had to solve this puzzle, but you don't have to. She knows the combination. And a little pedestal sort of pops out, and a box opens, and the necklace with the shard solitaire is sitting there. But you can see there is now a large crack running down the center of the diamond, almost splitting it completely in 2. She takes a deep breath. Well, do you want the good news or the bad news?
Bad news first.
Sure.
Bad news, whatever that horrible entity was that was inside, is most likely no longer inside.
And the good news?
It's broken. Meaning, it's just a diamond. There's no more magic inside. She sits down. Brilliant, you 3. Well done. Truly. And Eliphas has kind of come up next to her and just sat down next to her, like put an arm around her. Well, I don't even know what to say. Thank you.
You hear the pop of a champagne bottle.
I like you 3 quite a bit.
Does the archer like hold on?
I had some items that I had picked out as a reward. I suppose I can give you them now. And Zorana pipes up and says, "You can have that if you want it. It's perfectly harmless. I imagine with magic practitioners in your group, you might get some use out of the diamond."
I definitely have a use for the diamond.
Take it. It's yours. I don't ever want to see it again.
She will put the diamond in her haversack.
And they present you with your reward. So, Sereia, this is a flawed diamond worth 500 gold pieces.
Oh, is it now?
Yeah.
If I mended it, would that value go up?
Would be worth its original price of a diamond, a flawless diamond that large.
I cast mending on the diamond.
Sereia, this is a perfect solitaire diamond worth 5,000 gold pieces.
Ooh! That's a resurrection right there.
Add to equipment. I can bring so many people back from the dead now.
And I will
resurrection's gonna fit in this bad boy.
give you the items as well that he was gonna hand over.
I have the shadow spawn for an hour, so I'm sending it down to collect Duchess
Just here.
body.
Oh yeah. Okay, let me find it. Hang on. Where did I put it? 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 There they are. So you pull out of this this bag that Eliphas presents you with a set of gauntlets that have intricate designs on them, a quiver that has these sort of delicate silver embroidery going all along it, a small silver figurine that is shaped like an owl, and a small cloth pouch. It seems to have a few little fuzzy things inside
Oh
it.
no. Oh no.
Wow, do you want to identify them?
Yeah, I identify
These
them.
are...
It's a Pokeball
And again, if
bag.
you're not going to use any of these, feel free to, later on, you can try to sell them or trade them or whatever. Just put them in your inventory. Gauntlets of Ogre Power.
Nice.
They make your strength 19 while you wear them. A Quiver of Alona, which is essentially the quiver version of a bag of holding. It never weighs more than 2 pounds. The short compartment can hold up to 60 arrows or bolts or similar objects. The mid-sized compartment holds up to 18 javelins. The longest compartment holds up to 6 long objects such as bows, quarterstaffs, or spears. And you can draw
It's a
any item
staff
from the
holding
quiver. It's the staff bag. If the quiver contains it, you can pull an object for it as if you're pulling it from a regular quiver or a scabbard. You don't have to search for it. The figurine is a figurine of wondrous power, a different one than you had before. This is the Serpentine Owl. So it's a statuette of an owl. It's small enough to fit in your pocket. It uses action to speak the command word and throw it on the ground. Within 60 feet in front of you, this one becomes a giant owl for up to 8 hours. Once it's been used, it can't be used again until 2 days have passed. And the owl can communicate with you telepathically at any range as long as you're on the same plane of existence. And I'll send you guys all these too. And then finally, you know it, you love it, it's the Rust Bag of Tricks. An ordinary bag made from rust cloth appears empty, but reaching inside the bag reveals the presence of small, fuzzy objects. It weighs half of a pound. You can use an action to pull the fuzzy object from the bag and throw it up to 20 feet. When it lands, it transforms into a creature that you determine by rolling a d8 on the table. The rust one has a rat, an owl, a mastiff, a goat, a giant boar, a lion, or a brown bear. Depending on what you roll, it's friendly to you and your companions. It acts on your turn, and you can use a bonus action to command it. Yeah. Once 3 objects have been pulled from it, it can't be used again until the next dawn, so I will send you all of these. And, fancy-ass diamonds.
I want to give the owl to Willoughby so bad to have a mount, because I want Willoughby to ride around on this owl.
I was thinking
Right?
the same thing.
Like an owl and on an owl.
Yes.
Visually, that's beautiful.
Yeah.
This tiny owl and on this giant owl.
Zorana sort of looks up at all of you and says, I suppose you'll want transportation back to wherever it is you came from, then?
Oh, that would be very nice.
I
Can we
can help
bring
with
some
that.
champagne with us?
And I could take your
Help
bag
yourself.
of food. Oh,
Truly.
Oh yeah, I haven't eaten anything.
It's just, you see this
Oh.
like 3/4 empty bottle of champagne. Because this whole time, Sprite's just been like,
Well, in that case, would you like to stay for dinner? I don't want all the food to go to waste, and then I'll send you back to wherever it is Feifel found you.
Oh, yes, please.
Is there anything else we can do before you go?
Oh, wait. And he pulls out the weird, I guess, crystals they're using for Wistagram. And he like, everyone line up. We gotta take a picture.
We're trying to fix ourselves. look at a little.
Do you want me to take it?
Oh, no, you could be in it.
Oh, I'll have the shadow spot take the picture.
Then everybody say Prince of Frost.
Prince of
Frost.
He'll love that one.
You know, if you're a wizard, if you don't mind, if I could just like look over some of your books, that'd be like super cool. You know, like share anything.
Of course, yeah. Let me know what you want to know. Your home is mine. My home is yours. I'm very tired. And,
You're welcome to visit Kaladesh if
Yeah.
you want.
Kaladesh I haven't been to in a long time. It's a bit warm for me. But, my home is yours, and I'm sure the Prince of Frost will love to hear about your exploits here the next time we speak, so I'll put in a good word.
Please do. I feel like we're going to be making a lot of noise here for many weeks to come.
And the Summer Queen owes me a favor, so...
Hey, didn't that really handsome fairy dragon?
All right.
Yeah.
Sorry?
The
we-
super hot fairy dragon that we met.
Satalavar!
So Talavar.
Yes, we saved him.
Actually had Eliphas had a meeting set up with him for a couple of days from now, as an emissary from his court. He set up the meeting on quite short notice. We were always glad to host him. Obviously, he's an excellent guest, but he seemed very distressed. So when he gets here, I guess we'll see what's going on. Let's eat.
Yes, please. This bottle is almost gone.
One of the pixie servants just flies up to Sereia, and one of them takes the empty bottle, and the other one just hands you another one.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
She's a little drunk already.
And you have dinner and drinks and rest at Palisade Hall. We'll talk about if there's anything you guys want to get specifically from the Archmage, Serana Adelare, for next time. Because we're over time, so we gotta stop now. You did it! You didn't die!
Did
We solved the cold puzzle.
We really tried
Frickin'
to.
almost.
Yes.
Good lord.
Almost.
So, yeah, so
I
for...
had like 61 hit points left.
I was gonna say, if Sereia hadn't cast that heal on Damian, then Damian and Sereia would have been out.
Yeah, so I wanted to share with you guys what happens when because it's a plot point that at some point the solitaire cracks. You guys did cool magic, so I made it then. If you had left with the solitaire intact, it would have cracked on its own 1d8 hours later. And also it can crack when you have no means of escape from it. But when it cracks, if you guys are familiar with the Staff of Power, the retributive strike that happens when you break the staff over your knee. If anybody's familiar with that item out there in chat. You can use an action to break the staff over your knee or against a solid surface, performing a retributive strike. The staff is destroyed and releases all of its remaining magic. Essentially what happens, the solitaire doesn't do the planar shift thing, so you have a 50% chance to instantly travel to a random plane of existence to avoid the explosion. You guys didn't get that. But if you fail to avoid the effect, you take force damage equal to the number of charges left in the staff times 16. That's what the 2d8 was, because it regains... I didn't want it to be all 20, because that seemed mean, because it would have been 20 times 16 damage. So it regains 2d8 charges, so you guys got 2d8, so I wanted you to roll low. If you're 10 feet away or closer, you get 8 times the number of charges. 11 to 20 feet is 6 times the number of charges, and 21 to 30 is 4
Jeez.
So that's where all that damage came from. Luckily, Wally rolled very low numbers. Because if
that
there
could've
had been
been
16
outright.
charges in that staff, it would have been 16 times 16 damage. And I think Sereia would have just died
Yeah.
Yeah.
outright. So
Yeah.
tried to make it fun, but not just automatically lethal.
Thanks
Yikes.
for killing me.
Boy.
And now you have a cool diamond. All right. We have to stop doing the stream
Yes.
now.
Oh, yeah, I guess so.
Thanks
huh?
everybody for hanging out with us. Let's do stars and wishes really quickly. Mostly stars, but if you have wishes to go along with this little side adventure, we'll gladly take them.
Guess I'll go first. Since I'm first this time.
Yeah,
around.
go Wally.
My star definitely goes to Law and Val. Just I loved the code switching Law was doing to throw her off, and it worked. And I felt that in my heart and soul what they were doing so hard, because hey, been there. But yeah, that was definitely a big star for me.
Okay.
Got no wishes because it's a one shot. I wish we have more fun next time.
Me too. Rachel?
I can go. My star, I'm cheating, but the little moment
There,
where
you can't
Sereia
cheat when there are no
dropped.
rules.
Yeah, right. The little moment where like Sereia dropped and both Damian and Law like rushed to help and had like a 5 second like I'll help her. No, I'll do it. You know, it was like a little like fight over like wait, are you gonna do it or am I gonna do it? Like I don't know. I thought it was really cute. Like, do you have something? I can fix it. Can you fix it? Should we do both? I liked it. It was just cute. It made
Ladies,
me
don't
laugh.
fight over me.
Like, damn, guys, I'm always here. I know this is usually my job, being the savior and all, but
I think that's the first time you guys have seen Sereia take that big of a
I know.
Yeah, no,
God
usually
can bleed.
God does. Yeah, God got a concussion today.
I almost
And now
gave you
she's
the
drunk.
confused condition, but that seemed like a lot of work,
The
so I
confusion.
didn't.
Thanks. That would have been funny. I mean, that wouldn't have been that like abnormal for Sereia, to be honest. She's confused a lot. But my wish is that Giselle doesn't kill us for going to a party without us, or going to a party without her. That's my wish.
I have
She's
no
not
control
too
over that one.
I know.
Thank you, Rachel. Now,
My star will go to Damian for leading the charge and ultimately succeeding on the persuasion to end that fight, because I know it's a tough situation to be in as a player. It's like, I want to fight it, but also what's my character gonna do? Like, you pacify the situation and stuff, and then ultimately like getting the really cool moment to keep us all from dying, because if that had turned to a full fight, I don't know if that would have turned out well for us in the back end. So
Probably not.
that's an archmage.
yeah, good job there. My wish is I want to find out what escaped from this crystal.
Maybe you will. I'm writing everything down. All right. Everyone, thank you for being here today, for doing this fun adventure. This was an adventure from Keys from the Golden Vault, just the new supplement that's out that's got like a bunch of heist adventures. They go from 1 to 11. There's 11 of them. Some of them, like this one, are really cool. So yeah, that's out there. That's where this came from. Modified a bit, obviously, because it's me, but you know, the premise is still there. Thanks everybody for hanging out. Does anybody have anything they want to plug before we go away?
Join us this afternoon for
Yeah.
147.
Join us this afternoon, 5 p.m. Eastern time for more parslings. We're down Sid, but the rest of us will still be there going to Nouveau Paris. To try to stop the end of the world again, probably. So, I will see you this evening. And throughout the rest of the week for all of our regularly scheduled streams. But until next time, good game and good explosions. Internet.
You got there.
Bye.